Minor Champong. Okay. But the University of Health and Allied Sciences renamed John Evans Atta Mills University of Health and Allied Sciences. And I'm sure that some of you are asking the question, did we go or did we come? When would we stop the renaming of universities? Can't we just leave those universities with the original names? Must we name every university after somebody in this country? It is not in doubt that Professor Mills, established that. Must we name it after him? In honor of him? Well, maybe you chip in the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology bit, isn't it? We'll have a conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But coming up, there's the news at 6 with Hannah Odami and the team.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
30 years of joyfulness. Hello, welcome to the news at 6. Okay, let's go. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and it hits 103.9 FM here in Accra and Kumasi. We are on Love 99.5 FM and all 16 regions of Ghana. You'll also find us on myjoyonline.com, on YouTube, X Spaces, and on Facebook. Coming up, former director of the Ghana School of Law slams attempts by suspended Chief Justice to halt her impeachment, describing it as unconstitutional.
This whole argument about seeking to reverse or halt the constitutional process is itself unconstitutional.
There's more as the old Tafo MP challenges Justice Puamon's role on the panel overseeing the CJ's impeachment. Also in this bulletin, embattled MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, spent the night in EOCO custody after failing to meet a 50 million cedis bail condition.
In business, city's sharp appreciation hits government's revenue, a move that could result in expenditure cuts and realigning spending in the coming months. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And humans compete for space with aquatic creatures as dead fish were spotted beside illegally erected structures at the Ramsar site in Lashibi during yesterday's demolition exercise.
This is a place for water and the fishes. We all saw the dead fishes here. It's not supposed to be like that.
Thanks for choosing us this morning. We are Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible. I am Hannah Odami with the details. Now, the former director of the Ghana School of Law, Kweku Ansah-Asare, has condemned attempts by the suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu to stop her impeachment, calling it unconstitutional. Madam Tokonu had filed an affidavit at the Supreme Court challenging the process for her removal, but the court unanimously dismissed it on Wednesday in a 5-0 ruling. Speaking on the Pulse, Mr. Asare criticized the suspended Chief Justice for even initiating the legal action to halt the process.
This whole argument about seeking to reverse or halt the constitutional process is itself unconstitutional. The Constitution says from Article 146 to 11 that these are the sequential pathways. Follow them. Now, when you get to 11, if the president realizes that maybe he has blundered, he has every power to lift the suspension. Once the suspension is lifted, the message to the nation is, something untoward has happened. And
meanwhile, the MP for Old Tafo, Vincent Asafwa, insists Justice Puaman's inclusion on the panel is inappropriate. He explains why.
In the petition, that was given to His Excellency the President, which same was forwarded to the Chief Justice. The petitioners had alleged in their petition that Justice Puaman is a witness or is going to be a witness in the allegations that have been made against the CJ. The fact that Justice Puaman has been named as a witness in the petition, how can any reasonable common sense conclusion lead to the fact that the one who is going to be called as a witness in a matter is now the one seen to be chairing that committee?
Meanwhile, the majority in Parliament has dismissed claims by lawyers for the suspended Chief Justice. The government and the NDC are arm twisting the law to forcibly remove her. They call the allegations baseless. The lawyers argue the removal process is deeply flawed after 2 court cases were struck down. However, the majority Chief Whip Nelson Roxin Dafiameko insists those claims lack merit and substance.
The argument that the NDC is persecuting the CJ or pursuing the CJ in this matter is pure political propaganda. No NDC person is a petitioner in this matter, at least none that I know. The petitioners have a right to a counsel of their choosing. Anybody who is a lawyer in this country who has some understanding of constitutional law and fundamental rights knows that any person who is before a court of law or a quasi-judicial body, you have the constitutional right to choose a lawyer of your choosing. So if petitioners have been given the opportunity to look for lawyers who articulate their matter, and they go for some lawyers, and because of that somebody will want to use a certain brush to tar this matter in this manner, is totally unfortunate.
2 other stories, and then embattled Ashanti Regional MPP Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, spent last night in the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office. Chairman Wontumi was taken back to EOCO premises on Wednesday after he took ill on Tuesday during interrogations. He was granted a 50 million cedis bail last night, but had to spend the night in the custody of EOCO because he was unable to meet that condition. James Aveji has more in this story.
Chairman Wontumi was officially granted bail at about 8 p.m. Wednesday night after a long day of interrogations and legal tussle between his lawyers and officials of EOCO. His lawyer, Andy Apiakubi, confirmed to Joy News that the bail conditions included 50 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties to be justified, which at the time he said they were working around the clock to meet. But by 9:30 p.m., Andy Apiakubi said they were not able to meet the conditions, especially considering the fact that the sureties would have to be verified and admitted by EOCO at that time of the day. Failure to meet the conditions compelled Chairman Wontumi to spend the night in EOCO custody. when efforts were underway to push strings together to meet the demands of the investigators. His team of lawyers are resuming work this morning to meet the bail conditions to secure his freedom. James Savaji, EOCO headquarters, Accra.
Now, whilst on this, the police has responded to a complaint filed by the Multimedia Group Limited regarding the assault on journalist Lateef Idrisu by some sympathizers of the MPP at the EOCO headquarters whilst he was covering the arrest of Chairman Wontumi on Tuesday. And Darrell Kwao has the details.
Right, Hannah, the Greater Accra Regional Police Command says it has initiated investigations into a reported assault of a Joy FM journalist by name Lateef Idrisu during the arrest of Bernard Entwiboisiako, widely known as Chairman Wontumi, yesterday. That's the 27th of May 2025 at the premises of the Economic and Organized Crime Office. The Regional Command says it is currently reviewing all available evidence, including video recordings and eyewitness testimonies, to establish the facts of the case and identify any individuals responsible. The Ghana Police Service reaffirms its commitment to upholding the rights of all individuals, including members of the media, and ensuring that the rule of law is maintained throughout their operations. That statement signed by Head of Public Affairs, Julian Albing.
And before we go, the demolition exercise at the Lashibi Sakumono Ramsar site has revealed severe ecological damage with a number of dead fishes discovered near demolished structures. The death of the fishes have been attributed to the destruction of their natural habitat by private developers illegally constructed buildings directed in their waterways. Here is Kenneth JC's report read to you.
Dead fishes were seen beside structures at the Lashibi Sakumono Ramsar site after several buildings built directly in waterways were demolished by the task force led by the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Linda Oklu, expressed shock upon witnessing firsthand the ecological damage caused as a result of people's greed and vow to ensure the property owners whose structures have been destroyed do not erect new buildings in the wetlands.
It's not that we are wicked, my dear, but we want to. These are reserve sites, like we said, for species. Only thing we can tell our stakeholders, everybody, the chiefs involved, everybody, that we are only pleading for them to reserve the sites for us. They should reserve the site, and so that the water can have its natural flow.
Tema West Municipal Chief Executive Lagwik Totime shared his disappointment over the situation, stressing the need for stricter enforcement to protect the Ramsar site from further destruction.
This is supposed to be a reserve. This is a place for water and the fishes. We all saw the dead fishes here. It's not supposed to be like that.
Authorities are now assessing the full extent of the damage while considering long-term measures to restore the affected areas and prevent repeated violations.
And that was Kenneth JC's report read to you there. That's it for the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odami. Kindly find more stories on myjoyonline.com. The Super Morning Show continues.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info, make a fill the gobe too small. Go! Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates cry gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rates get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa ATK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Your family's health should never be a worry, no matter where you are in the world. Are you a Ghanaian in the diaspora, a foreign resident in Ghana, or a Ghanaian looking for the perfect health insurance plan for yourself or your family in Ghana? Then the Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover is what you need. A comprehensive health insurance plan to protect your loved ones. From hospital stays to life-saving treatments, we ensure quality healthcare at an affordable cost. Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover. You don't just send love home, you secure it. Visit Apex Health Insurance at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shashi East Legon, or call 0540-128-256 or 0501-683912. Apex Ebusiapa Health Plan. Global love, local care.
Brush your teeth every day and night, up and down and all around. Brush like feeling bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between, brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
This
advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Mommy, the Nido.
Hello. Please add a pack of Nido.
Sure. Sister, is that your daughter?
Yes.
The last time she came to buy Nido by herself, and I forgot to collect my money.
Oh, sorry. I'll pay today.
Don't be sorry. She made sure to remind me. I love her honesty. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido, especially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And then Total Energies, Total, we go the extra mile for you. Which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report, brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class, Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Sechu.
Hey.
Good morning. Yeah, I surprised you. I know you aren't expecting me to.
Well, anybody who calls me that knows me from childhood, yeah.
Oh, okay. I certainly do not know you from childhood.
Anyway.
But I just felt that today I should just say, hey, Sechu, what's up?
I'm good. You?
I'm fine. I mean, we're around, Yesterday, a very busy day. But, when you love
what you do,
it's the passion is what drives you. So you'd have to wake up every morning and be here. And so I got here even before 5.
Wow. Way to go. And plus, today is Friday Eve, so.
Oh, today's Friday Eve.
It's motivation to come to work because tomorrow will be the start of a weekend, and
yes. You're right. Friday Eve. That's another day. Anyway, we're told that the president has been engaging the private sector on the rollout of the 24-hour economy. We're told that shortly that will be launched. Some 18% of Ghanaians paid bribes for public service in 2024. That's according to a Ghana Statistical Service report.
It could be more.
Yeah, it could be more. You know that there's been a renaming of the University of Health and Allied Sciences after the late Professor John Evans at Mills. But please also probing alleged assault on the multimedia journalist Latif Bamba Idris, and that's a good one that the Ghana police is doing that. Chairman Wontumi also spending a night in EOCO cells.
There's a lot happening in the country.
It is, but one of the things I want us to talk about is issues relating to violence against women, because the African Women Lawyers Association, now they've been talking about the fact that despite the continued advocacy and renewed calls for action against gender-based violence, particularly against women and children, these atrocious offenses continue to be committed on a regular basis. So, for instance, they're shocked by reports of a 40-year-old nursing mother, Emefa Akosua, who was raped and brutally murdered in an uncompleted building at Ewutu Breku. They also talked about the recent killing of June Deladem Yabani, and also the situation at Trifopra. So there's where a teenager was found dead in her bedroom with her mouth appearing sealed with glue, and persons haven't raped her, and all of these things. So when the whole advocacy peaked in the early 2000s, led to the formation of the Domestic Violence and Victims Support Unit. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have achieved. It's done well, but today we're told that 1 out of 4 women is facing some form of violence, and we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to find out how we can deal with that. It's a conversation we're having here on the Super Morning Show. But Darrell, before we get into the Joy Business Report, there's a little girl.
Okay.
I met her father yesterday. Her name is Naneku Akwache.
Naneku Akwache.
Yes, I know she's listening. Naneku Akwache. I met her father yesterday at the West African Mining and Power Expo. Now, the father tells me that Naneku Akwache would never brush her teeth until she hears the Pepsodent cavity, advert.
Hey.
So when you say Naneku, go and brush your teeth. No.
Wow.
She's waiting for that advert.
Client service copy. You always have to have that before the news starts, because
the father
she wouldn't brush her teeth.
The father was telling me that is it possible you can have that advert early?
So that she can brush her teeth early.
Yeah, so that Naneku.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Yes. So
Naneku Akwache.
Yes, Naneku Akwache. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's what the father told me. Naneku Akwache. Mr. Akwache, I told you I was going to say a special good morning to Naneku Akwache. I'm sure you can send us a message on 055-1111-997. That's our
It's
WhatsApp
incredible.
number. 055-1111-997. So good morning to you, Naneku Akwache. Please keep listening to Joy.
Yeah.
And so when she hears that, but that's around today when at 6:13. So that's okay.
That's okay. At 6:13, yeah.
6:13.
It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely. I think that I have
13.
13.
Yes.
13. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, you understand.
So, Darrell, I think we can go for the Joy Business Report.
Yes, I think we should sound the trumpet for
Let it
Naneku
go, man.
Akwache. Trumpet! Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, City's sharp appreciation hits government's revenue, a move that could result in expenditure cuts and realigning spending in the coming months. Meanwhile, City to continue holding firm against the dollar as it goes for 11 cities, 10 pesos at Forex Bureaus. Plus, EcoBank Transnational Incorporated justifies decision not to pay dividend for last year despite record financial performance. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. My name is Daryl Kwao. First up, the Ghana cedi would continue to hold firmly against the US dollar and other major foreign currencies in the near term. This is supported by sustained build-up in reserves and improving liquidity conditions, which are expected to continue supporting supply-side intervention. Here's more in this report.
Ghana's foreign exchange reserves, excluding encumbered assets, increased by 63% month-on-month in April 2025, reaching $7.92 billion, equivalent to 3.7 months of import cover. This was up from $7.26 billion in March 2025. This significant uptick was underpinned by stronger inflows from gold and cocoa exports, as well as improved remittance receipts. Data Bank Research said it believes the improved reserve position provided the necessary buffers for targeted supply-side intervention, enhancing FX market liquidity and helping to anchor the cedi, which has appreciated by 26.73% year-to-date. Additionally, it said the country's business confidence index increased from 99.7 points in February 2025 to 102.2 points in April 2025. This, it said, signals a possible decline in safe haven demand, which was deemed as a positive impact on the Ghana cedi.
Meanwhile, the city's sharp appreciation against the US dollar and other major trading currencies is now affecting government's revenue. This is what Joy Business has picked up from persons close to government on revenue mobilization. Here's George Yaffe.
The city's sharp appreciation against the US dollar has come with some huge benefits for the economy. One can talk about the announcement by President John Mahama that the city's performance has resulted in the country's debt stock reducing by 150 billion Ghana cedis so far for this year. The development has also forced some businesses to reduce the prices of their goods, but it's now moving to other sectors of the economy that could get government worried. Now, apart from exporters that may be losing out, we understand that the import levy is now being affected badly in terms of what government is getting as revenue. This, sources say, could see managers of the economy explore other options like expenditure cuts that could be announced in the mid-year budget. But for some, the development could give credence to reports that government could be forced to intervene to slow the rate of the sharp appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar. So, whilst we celebrate the city's recent good run, some may say that this can be described as the ugly side of the local currency's appreciation against the US dollar.
Well, the Bank of Ghana has appealed to government to prioritize policy consistency and institutional reform to continue to transform the economy and boost foreign exchange earnings through innovation. Speaking at the maiden edition of the Daily Graphic EcoBank Economic Forum in Accra, officer at the governor's office, Osei JC, stressed that sustainable economic transformation will depend on the stable policy environment and the strengthening of key institutions.
Foreign exchange earnings and innovation. To unlock these potential, we must broaden domestic revenue mobilization through better tax compliance, efficiency and fairness, implementation of performance-based budgeting, and strengthening public management frameworks to ensure value for money, and most importantly, enhancing governance, transparency, and the rule of law to build a truly investors-friendly, competitive, and inclusive economy. The economic reset agenda is not just about it is about policy consistency and institutional reforms. If we get these fundamentals right, Ghana can move from resilience to transformation.
Officer at the Governor's Office at the Bank of Ghana, Osei JC there. You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, EcoBank Transnational Incorporated has justified its decision not to pay dividend to shareholders on their 2024 financials. EcoBank ended last year posting record financial results, including revenue reaching more than $2 billion, whilst profit before tax hit $658 million. But the decision to freeze dividend payment has not gone down well with some retail investors. At its annual general meeting at Lome, Togo, speaking to Joy Business, Group Chief Executive Jeremy Awori insisted that they need to take immediate steps to strengthen the bank's balance sheet.
First thing is that we did pay dividends in 2022 and 2023, right? So sometimes I think it's misunderstood that we haven't been paying dividends. There have been a lot of regulatory developments, market developments that we've seen over the course of the last year, including requirements by a number of countries to increase the capital levels within those countries. And what as a bank we have to do is we have to balance off between keeping capital, which supports growth, and remember we're in an investing phase to generate future growth and profits, which will come back to the shareholders. So I think we hopefully should see dividends coming in as soon as we possibly can imagine, but we balance out all of these factors because we don't want to be paying dividends and then going to the market to look for equity. That really doesn't make sense.
Group Chief Executive of EcoBank, Jeremy Awori, speaking to Joy Business at Lome, Togo. Now, Energy and Green Transition Minister John Jinapor has assured investors of regulatory stability in the energy sector as offshore drilling resumes. Speaking at the opening of the West African Mining and Power Expo in Accra, Jinapor outlined ambitious plans to ensure reliable electricity for industrial growth whilst diversifying the nation's energy mix.
If power goes off or fluctuates, even for a very brief moment, it can halt most, if not all, of these activities. It could even damage equipment and lead to costly delays. Therefore, as minister responsible for that sector, it is my duty to ensure that we have stable supply of power so that your machines can run optimally and efficiently, reduce unplanned downtime, and also reduce repair costs. But more importantly, ensure that the safety of your workers are guaranteed.
Energy and Green Transition Minister John Jinapor. The Greater Accra and Ashanti regions have recorded the highest number of bribery within the public sector, according to a latest report by the Ghana Statistical Service. The report, titled Governance Series Wave 1, revealed that the Greater Accra region recorded 22% rise in bribery cases, whilst the Ashanti region recorded 18.1%. Here's James Ishan with more.
The report revealed that the Savannah and North East regions reported the lowest rate at just 1% and 1.1% respectively. It also highlighted widespread dissatisfaction with citizen engagement in governance, with 70% of respondents saying the current system offers little or no space for public to influence decision-making. It also indicated that bribery was more prevalent among men, who accounted for 68.3% of those who admitted to giving gifts or money to public officials, compared to 31.7% among women. Urban residents were also more likely to pay bribes, representing 64.3% of reported cases, as opposed to 35.7% among rural dwellers. Persons living with disability were not exempted from the trend. An estimated 21.1% reported paying bribes, with those having physical impairment recording the highest rate at 40.1%, followed by individuals with visual impairment at 32.5%.
James Ishen with that report. Turning out to Investor Eye and Chief Executive of Global Secure Solutions, Adam Glyman, talking to us about how insider dealings contribute to SIM swaps and fraud. Listen.
Telco staff can abuse access to internal systems to leak user or subscriber data to criminals, approve unauthorized SIM card swaps, or even siphon funds directly from your accounts. With just a few clicks, your mobile number can be hijacked, your wallet emptied before you even realize your SIM has been swapped. To stop this, telecom companies need to implement stronger internal monitoring systems, regular staff background checks, and multi-factor authentication for all high-risk operations will make a big difference. Telco should seek to create a culture of accountability, from onboarding staff with anti-fraud training to continuously monitoring internal actions. If your SIM card suddenly stops working, act fast. Contact your telco and block access to your mobile money account immediately. Stay sharp, stay secure.
And before we go and look at the markets for you, crude oil recording a marginal increase, trading at $65 a barrel. Gold lost more than $14, open trading at $3,272 an ounce. Cocoa selling at $9,634 a ton after losing more than $100. Also on the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 10 pesos. That's what some forex bureaus are offering their clients. A British pound 16 cedis. The euro going for 13 cedis 50 pesos. The commercial banks quoting the dollar at 10 cedis 28 pesos. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Winston and the team. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you very much, Daryl. So the bank's quoting the dollar at 10 cities 28 pesos.
Yes.
Well, the president is assured that at some point in time they will intervene. But why should they intervene? Because it will affect Ghana's exports. We don't like that.
Well,
and the market's determined.
And there was an interesting report this morning about how this is also affecting government revenue, the depreciation of the cedi.
Oh, but yesterday I said it. You remember yesterday I said it here.
I do.
And I told you that, while we're talking about the cedi appreciation, don't forget also that the import duties and all of those things could be affected.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that, look, we need to look at it critically. Let's look at it critically. Okay. So, if I am into manufacturing and I am able to buy machinery cheaply, bring it into the country and produce and sell in the country, that's good news. I know the challenge. The other challenge is the possibility of dumping.
Yeah.
Because once it's so affordable to bring in foreign goods into the country, people will do that.
Of course.
And so it would affect local production. But that is where incentives and certain tariffs could help. Well, you're not a very problem is that as a small country like yours, if you want to get into tariffs,
why are you going to tariff?
If you're going to get into tariffs, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
So you can understand. So okay, let's have a debate. Let's agree on where the city should be.
Yeah, I think the president sort of hinted at that yesterday, saying that we should strike a good balance so that, at least we know what we are doing.
I think that 5 would do. We were talking about a good balance. I have given you my suggestion. Why are you not
5?
Supporting me? 5. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. 5. 5. I went to the vehicle assemblies. They're selling some of these vehicles $44,000, $40,000. At the time I went there, it was around 600,000 Ghana cedis. Now it's around 400,000 Ghana cedis, and you're thinking, oh, okay, what if it gets to 5? It's like 200,000 Ghana cedis.
I don't know how to feel about 5. I think
I'd like it to get to 5.
You
see, if it gets to 5, we're going to be buying fuel around 6 cedis per liter. That's so affordable. So affordable. We're not going to be complaining about fuel prices, transport fares. At that point in time, you can have that conversation about the reduction in the price of kinky. And you must have that conversation about the reversing the shrinkflation.
Yeah.
They reduce the size because you're not prepared to pay more. Yes. So let's work it out. Let's get it to 5.
But at least now we should see that they increase the size of the ball at least, just to show that things are changing.
Anyway, that challenge all the time. When you're talking about the fact that the prices should go down, and they say, when I bought it was like this, but when they buy it and the prices are going up, they say, because of restock, I need to restock. That's always the problem when it comes to the traders, particularly in the informal sector. Last time somebody sent me a message off air. I'll tell you what the person sent me. One of my good friends, Kwame Sowu.
What did he say?
Once I say Kwame Sowu, he knows the message he sent me. But I'll tell you off air. But we need to look at it. But I wanted the city to go. But he also sent me, talking about Kwame Sowu, he shared a message with me and talked about the fact that, look, for a lot of the hoteliers, part of the reason when they price in dollars, for instance, 40% of their cost will go into salaries. So if it's going down, they would increase the city equivalent, because then they have to pay more salaries. But I say, please, the people that you were paying in dollars, for those who take money in dollars, yes,
are they supposed to be paying in dollars?
You keep it like that. The vehicles, we know the prices in dollars. Keep it like that. When we come, we'll give you the city equivalent, because you bought it in dollars, you brought it into the country. So don't worry, we know the price in dollars. We'll give you the city equivalent.
I don't think they're going to agree with you on that.
Oh, they must agree.
They can't.
Oh no, I met one of the vehicle assemblers, and he told me that the prices are actually going down. Yes. Oh, he told me that the prices are going down. So it's not like but VW, for instance, they price in cities. The Paramount is in cities. The Amarok is in cities. So in that case, when you go, it's still in the same. But of course, the parts were bought in dollars, so you still must go down.
Yeah, but we know that some phone franchise outlets are also reducing prices. So, well, yeah maybe.
Good. Anyway, let's go for our inspirational song. It's Child of God by Draylen Young and Brian Pound. Okay.
Is this also from Jojo?
Jojo, no, Jojo says it wasn't me. It means that Aaron is the brain behind this. Well,
okay,
it goes.
Let's see if we like it.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Song for today here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group. And our tip today is fasten your seatbelt. It's very, very important. There are many of you some of you actually fasten the seatbelt behind you. I just don't understand it. Emefa, you've not seen that before. Oh, you could probably get into a vehicle that the driver is fastened the seatbelt behind him. No, it's bad. Please don't do that.
Okay.
Fasten your seatbelt because it enhances your safety. Okay, it makes sure that you're safe. You're the reason there's the seatbelt. So please fasten your seatbelt. And that's our tip for today, which means we can learn how to say it right.
And Say It Right is brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are our hallmarks, and as well Societe General Bank Ghana. The future is you.
It must be done.
You say either, I say either.
And today's word is a very simple one. Leverage. 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 Certainly not leverage. Leverage. So if you want to say it right, please note is leverage and not leverage. Okay? And that's how you say it right, which means we can get into the newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank, Strong, Tough, and Access Bank more than banking, and then Kel Chaco toothpaste, happy smile. If you were saying really, yes, that's the word. Leverage.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
But even when you were doing the Drive Safe campaign, there was another word in there which I picked up, saying it right. Fasten.
Yes.
Fastening your seatbelt.
You fasten your seatbelt.
Mm-hmm.
You don't fasten your seatbelt. Okay, yes. Anyway, let's get into the papers, starting with the Ghanaian Times.
The Ghanaian Times, the first one and the biggest one, wailing, teeth gnashing at Ramsar site as more than 100 houses bulldozed as well. And President receives 24-hour economy policy draft. And of course, Supreme Court dismisses suspended Chief Justice injunction application as well, and reconstituted National Media Commission sworn in. There was another story which I think will interest you as well. Court adjourns Ken Oforiatta OSP case to June 18. These are the biggest stories in the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, we'll get back for the details. The Daily Graphic for today: tax exemption irregularities hold public officials accountable. Tax partner at PwC Abeku Jan Kwansa. Also, Supreme Court dismisses CJ's injunction application and borrow only for revenue generating projects. That's according to former Finance Minister Seth Tekbe. And Professor Akua Brichum chairs 18-member NMC. The back page says government approves 200 transformers for ECG. And also comes to the photograph from the West African Mining and Power Expo, and so the minister said this during that particular program. I was there, as MC and a moderator. Assemblies engage traditional leaders to resolve land disputes is also on the back page, which means we can now get to the online news review, and the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yenara Yendia. Let's see what's making news online this morning. Now, myjoyonline.com this morning says, please probe alleged assault on multimedia group journalist as Latif during Wontumi's arrest. The other stories here says
Ghana's embassy in Washington reopens following IT overhaul and staff restructuring. And as well, Parliament must rise above pettiness, prioritize national interests. And this is from the Speaker of Parliament. And as well, Wontumi spends night in EOCO custody after failing to meet bail conditions. And government renamed UHAS after late Professor Mills. And another one which I think I can bring to you. Parliament set to reintroduce anti-LGBTQ plus bill.
Okay, the bit about the naming of universities after people. Look, University of Health and Allied Sciences was established by Professor John Evans Atta Mills. So it was during his tenure as president in the build-up to election 2008. He had made the point that he was going to establish a University for Health and Allied Sciences, University of Energy and Natural Resources. And so when he won, he did that. Okay, we've named University of Health and Allied Sciences after him. Are we going to name University of Energy and Natural Resources also after him because it was during his tenure that it was established? The point I want to make is this: enough of the renaming. Enough of renaming universities after people. If the university wasn't built from scratch, named after you, let's stop this renaming of universities. And for me, I was against renaming in the past, and I'll be against renaming of universities today. And so I do not have a problem, for instance, if you say a university like Apenting, Apiaminka, University of World Skills and Technology, Entrepreneurial Development, Amusted, or what. If you want to bring it back to the University of Education, Winneba Kumasi campus, or whatever, I don't have a problem with that. Or the University of Skills Training, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to change UDS, whatever, to University, I don't have a problem with that. So let's stop the renaming.
Okay. What about if we constructed new universities and then we want to name them after prominent people? The renaming is a problem.
Look, what we need, if you want to recognize the role Professor John Evans Atta Mills played in the establishment of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, you can have a center. Have a center named after Professor John Evans Atta Mills at the University of Health and Allied Sciences. It's simple. Let's do that. If you want to acknowledge SD Dombo, have a center named after him in that university. That would encourage research in honor of him or what he stood for. What's this thing of consistently trying to name? Is that the best way we can remember people? History would forever note that it was during his tenure that we established the University of Health and Allied Sciences, just as we know that the University of Sustainable Development in Somanya was under the tenure of, it started with the acquisition of loan under John Dramani Mahama. It continued. Why? These are things that, we all know. Must we name universities after people just to be sure that this is what it is?
I mean, just like policies where they're naming the Mahama Cares, which I think is also quite personal, naming not just institutions but policies as well after presidents who intend to, introduce policies. I also don't understand that. I think it's the same analogy and the point you're making.
You have a point, because the moment you do that, then eventually you're inviting others to come in and say, I want to review it, just because it has a name on it. Look, that's the universal access to medical to health and all of that. Again, even in that scheme, I still insist that if we do things well in this country, I do not in God's name understand how the National Health Insurance Scheme cannot take care of that. I don't understand it. Today we are asking people to contribute. Contribute to where? To what?
The sustainability of that fund that fund is threatened. Yeah.
You see, you can actually do that. The National Health Insurance Scheme has enough funds. When was the last time you used the National Health Insurance Scheme?
Question.
I don't use the National Health Insurance Scheme. I contribute to the National Health Insurance Scheme. I understand the concept of insurance. All of us would come together and pay for those who need it. I have the multimedia group has a private insurance that I benefit from as an employee. So the contribution that I pay to SNID that SNID transfers to the National Health Insurance Authority would help others, which is understandable. When the 2.5% NHIL would help others. If we take good care of it, my sister, if we audit the National Health Insurance Authority very well, we would know that a lot of the things that happened there we can. Anyway, let's get to citynewsroom.com. Let's see.
Yes, this morning on City News, CJ removal can't be halted of Article 146 flaws, and this is by Martin Pebu. And I saw Ghana's embassy in Washington D.C. reopened today, and the big one, which will be their top story, Brian Achampon forms exploratory committee ahead of NPP flag bearer bid, and also Wontumi spends another night in EOCO custody over unmet bail terms as well, and fire ravages Maha Beach Resort, several structures destroyed. That's on citynews.com.
Well, in fact, when the NDC was in opposition, they said they were going to reverse the renaming of public universities. So you're going to reverse it by also renaming the remainder after others. Is that what you want to do? You want to rename you want to reverse the renaming of public universities? Go ahead. Don't go back and now say you're now going to be naming them, also renaming them. Please. I don't subscribe to that. Let's get into the details. Now, tax exemption irregularities hold public officials accountable. PwC tax partner. So, tax partner at PwC, Abeku Jan Kwansa. Now, he's called on Ghanaians to hold public officials accountable for tax exemptions granted to businesses. He explained that in spite of the passage of the Exemptions Act 2022 regulating the granting of tax waivers with key provisions allowing the state to take equity in companies that benefit from such waivers, such exemptions were being granted without transparency and at variance with the legal framework meant to guide the process. And there's a quote attributed to him: if you can't carry out a particular activity and you need the state to be part of the game, then the state is also saying that if your business is valued at X, then give me a portion of X, and whenever you think you don't need it any longer, come back and buy it. It's that simple, isn't it? So he's saying we should be very careful about that. But also here, borrow only for revenue generating projects. And if I didn't tell you who said this, you probably would have known. One man who definitely would say this, that's Seth Tekbe. So he is advocating that, and the country needs to generate more revenue to cover its recurrent expenditure and not depend on borrowed funds for that purpose. That's the presidential advisor on the economy, Seth Tekbe. He said, now, Mr. Tekbe said that such an approach would help the nation to manage its debt sustainably and reduce the strain on its finances. He recalled that during the tenure as finance minister, the the government had to curtail the consumption to build infrastructure such as a terrible gas processing plant, the Terminal 3 at the Kotoka International Airport, and the expansion at the Tema and Takrady ports when the country was under an IMF program. I don't know if you remember the famous smart borrowing. What Setekbe did when he was minister was to get these state agencies with very good record books to borrow on the back of their own account, or their own books. So you go and borrow, you go and borrow. Government will guarantee, but it's your debt, so you pay for it yourself. It was a smart way of going around the whole thing, because then at the time we're under an IMF program, we had to be innovative, and that's how he did.
Would you say that system was more effective and efficient?
Well, that system should be is effective. Look, when you want to embark on a developmental, an expansion, for instance, you, an entity of state like the Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority, you must have your cash flows should be enough to say, I want to do this, and if you give me access to more funds to expand, I'll be able to generate more over this period and pay for it. It's that simple. You can do that. That's something that you should be able to do. And so I think it's the way to go. I don't think that the state should be borrowing all the time. Also on the front page here, Professor Ikuya Brichum chairs 18-member NMC. But of course, the back page, we're told that the government is giving approval to the Electricity Company of Ghana to procure 200 new transformers to beef up the transmission and distribution of power to major cities in the country. The Energy and Green Transition Minister John Abdullah Jinapor made this known at the opening session of the West Africa Mining and Power Exhibition in Accra yesterday, and said following the approval by government, ECG had been asked to immediately inject new transformers into the system to ensure reliable supply of electricity for development. And when we're talking about smart borrowing, for instance, you have an entity like, say, ECG. So ECG should be able to take care of everything. Okay, and that's the way to go.
If government is going to guarantee such an institution like ECG, of course, it will still be government going to pay. That's how much you've lost trust in ECG, really. If that entity wants to go for a loan by itself, and then the government will be the one guaranteeing, really, I can only sit here and predict that it will still be our problem.
Well, government would at all costs come and guarantee. You need to, but I think that ECG could, on its own books, borrow and do all of these things. Yeah.
You want to take a minute to remember what Muhammad Dubik said when he came for an interview here, that containers can never really get missing in ports. They can be misplaced. Yeah. He seems to be vindicated quite.
Well, it's surprising how, you can actually, we said 1,300 or 400 containers were missing. We ended up finding 2,600.
Well, they also say that it's because of conflicting figures from day one during transition. Okay. So they still will put the blame on the previous government.
Okay.
Anyway, the Ghanaian Times this morning, wailing, teeth gnashing at Ramsar site as more than 100 houses bulldozed. Now, there was wailing and gnashing of teeth at the Sakumon or Ramsar sites in the Tema West municipality of the Greater Accra region as more than 100 buildings and fence walls erected on the wetlands were crushed down in a demolition exercise and backed by the authorities on Tuesday. Now, owners of some of the demolished buildings who could not stand the sight of years of sweat and toil came down in a flash of light, could be seen wailing and crying, while others even collapsed out of pain. In a rare feat of bravado, some of the affected landlords confronted the task force conducting the exercise in anguish, spitting fire on the authority who sanctioned the exercise. Now, yesterday we reported this on the midday news on TV. I recall that Kenneth JC brought us a live on that demolition exercise, and one peculiar story was a church building, which is reported to be the oldest building or structure on that land, the wetland. And that building is about 5 years. I think it's called the Gilga Church, and it will be that every time there's demolition, they get to win some empathy from the demolition exercise, and then the authorities will say, because you're a church, because of what you're providing to the community, maybe we give you some time.
Okay. But yesterday they demolished it.
Yesterday, what happened was that they started the demolition more like a phase one of it and gave them a week to pack out because the church said that they had some sick persons in the building, so they needed
sick persons in the church.
Yes. I mean, you know, it's a religious culture in this country where persons seek health in church premises rather than go to the hospital. It's not new.
You know, I'm a very fair person.
Are you?
I like fairness.
Okay.
I like fairness. I preach and practice it, actually. In my case, I preach and practice it.
Okay.
So I think that it should have been fair. It would have been fair to also demolish the church.
They will. At least they've given them a week.
But were the others giving a week?
So the argument is that there were people not living in these structures that they had demolished.
But were they giving a week?
No, they weren't.
To probably take some of their wirings away? No. The church, when I say the church, whoever built that church should have done the right thing. When I say the church, is like generalizing it. That church should have done the right thing. The owner of that church should have done the right thing. Okay. What's the name of the church? If you know, I'll find the name of the church, because I do not think that if my
find it for you.
If my church, the Methodist church, does that, whichever pastor went to do that must be brought to book.
But they also say that they needed a land. They went to the traditional authorities that they wanted to build a church.
Did they register the land? The church must do that church must do the right thing. But Emefa, there's this. I need to just put this out.
Okay.
That the traffic lights right in front of the police headquarters, the intersection and the right to Akwaje, left to Dankwa Circle, has not been working for 2 years. Yes, 2 years. And you have about 6 police officers who are placed there the whole day, every day, to direct traffic. How is that possible? Look, that traffic light in front of the police headquarters, the intersection right to Akwaje and to the left to Dankwa Circle, hasn't been working for 2 years now, I'm told. Please, Urban Roads, Ghana Police Service, fix that. Don't go and put 6 policemen to direct traffic. This is waste of productive hours. Anyway.
I found the church. Correct. So, House of Gilgal Prayer Ministry. House of Gilgal Prayer Ministry. So, at least they need some time to evacuate.
Please.
Anyway, another one, court adjourns Ken Oforiatta OSP case to June 18. That's also at the Ghanaian Times this morning.
Well, when I started the conversation this morning, I asked, Daryl, I said that how about, all of us debating and agreeing on, where we want the CD to dollar ratio. I mean, the dollar to CD. The president says at some point in time we need to make sure that, we stabilize it at some point because it could also affect our exports and everything. I say, well, let's agree. Probably gets to 5.
5. What about crowd 5?
Oh, you like 5 too?
5.
Okay, maybe you like 4. Maybe you like 3.
5.
Maybe you prefer 1 to 1. That wouldn't be bad at all. When we started this whole redenomination, it was actually 1 to 0.95. But anyway, let's get into the BBC News now, as brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
For those minerals both on the planet and the people who live near the mines. Next, it's The Inquiry. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station. Welcome to The Inquiry with me, Tanya Beckett, from the BBC World Service. New concerns are emerging that the next pandemic could be a fungal disease.
So fungal pathogens are all around us. We are exposed to those fungi the whole day.
Climate change is part of the problem.
The possibility exists that we're going to be getting more fungal diseases in areas where we currently don't have them.
But hope is on the horizon.
If we can disrupt the emergence of resistance in the environment, then there's real hope that some of these drugs that we're developing will be with us for the long term.
This week we're asking, can we stop killer fungi? Join me, Tanya Beckett, for The Inquiry from the BBC World Service after the news.
Hello, I'm Maura Alderson with the BBC News.
Shares have risen on the Asian stock markets after a US federal court ruled that President Trump had overstepped his authority by imposing global tariffs. The Court of International Trade said only Congress has the power to regulate international commerce. Our correspondent Jake Kwan has more on what this means for Mr. Trump.
Back in April, what he called the Liberation Day on his so-called reciprocal tariffs, he, showed off this bombastic announcement of 10 to 50% tariffs on pretty much every country around the world. And the problem here is that the Constitution of the United States gives this power to Congress to impose tariff, but not the president. And he argued that he could do this because there's a national emergency. Now today, the court, this is the Court of International Trade in New York City, has decided that Mr. Trump has overstepped his authority. He really had no power to impose this tariff in the first place.
The White House is appealing against the ruling and said it was not for unelected judges to decide how to properly address a national emergency. The UN World Food Programme has called on Israel to allow more aid to enter Gaza after thousands of people broke into the agency's warehouse in the centre of the Strip. Yolande Nell is in Jerusalem.
You now have these two avenues for very limited amounts of food getting into Gaza. There are the UN agencies which Israel allowed to restart some of their work last week after an 11-week total blockade stopping all supplies going into Gaza. And there's this newly created Gaza Humanitarian Foundation that's backed by the US and Israel. With Israel saying at the moment it will allow both of these channels to continue, but still very minimal supplies reaching people.
The billionaire Elon Musk has announced on social media platform X that he's leaving his temporary position in Donald Trump's cost-cutting task force. Mr. Musk has led the Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, since its inception earlier this year. Britain says it's setting up a new cyber warfare command to help defend the UK from such attacks and to help carry them out. The Defence Secretary John Healey said keyboards were now weapons of war. Jonathan Beale reports.
The Defence Secretary says the UK's new digital targeting web will better connect soldiers on the ground with key information provided by satellites, aircraft and drones to help them target enemy threats faster. John Healey says it's one of the lessons learnt from the war in Ukraine, harnessing artificial intelligence and software to speed up the process of identifying targets. Over the last 2 years, UK defence officials say they've been targeted by more than 90,000 cyber attacks by potential adversaries.
Jonathan Beale with that report. World News from the BBC. The Portuguese president is due to meet the leaders of the three main political parties to discuss the formation of a new government. Final results from this month's snap election show the far-right anti-establishment party Chega has become the largest opposition grouping, winning 60 seats, 2 more than the Socialists. The governing centre-right Democratic Alliance of Prime Minister Luís Montenegro won 91 seats, again falling short of a majority. Army officials from Thailand and Cambodia are due to meet a day after troops from both countries opened fire on each other in a disputed border area. Thailand says its soldiers were shot at when they went to negotiate with the Cambodians who'd entered an area known as Chongbok. Cambodia says Thai troops opened fire first. The two countries have had a number of clashes over the years. Supporters of Bolivia's former president Evo Morales have clashed with police in La Paz during a protest against the Electoral Court's decision to exclude him from August's elections. Police fired tear gas canisters and rubber bullets at protesters who responded by throwing rocks and other objects. This supporter of Mr. Morales, Efraín Senya, says democracy has been undermined.
Right now, democracy doesn't exist. I'm telling you, my comrades of the press, that democracy is being trampled on and violated. That's why we're all here, to make sure that the popular movement is recognised according to the Constitution.
The authorities in Canada's Manitoba province have ordered the evacuation of 17,000 residents as wildfires rapidly spread across multiple communities. It includes all 5,000 residents from the mining city of Flin Flon. The blaze started in a landfill earlier this week. BBC News. Welcome to The Inquiry with me, Tanya Beckett, from the BBC.
Makadi, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live by you. And when you hustle every day, anywhere I go, anything you do, I live for you. Anywhere. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of choices. Listen with rapt attention. Round 1, question 1. Elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
Now the second question. Less than 4 hours or at least 6 hours of sleep at night?
At least 6 hours of sleep.
The last question. Yomi yogurt or...
Yomi yogurt, of course.
Oh, I'm not done.
No need. That's my choice. Yomi yogurt.
Life is full of choices. Always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Whether it's a morning start, a midday snack, or a dessert, our delicious Yomi yogurt is here to nourish you. Yummy, a nourishing choice. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
City Joy in the morning. Ghana. Get extra savings, extra value on everything you buy at Compu Ghana. All thanks to the Macho CD. This is not just your regular Prime Week, this is Prime Week Extra. That's right, as your CD goes further, Prime Week goes extra. Enjoy our slash prices across all IT, mobile and home appliance brands as much as up to 50% off. Visit any Compu Ghana showroom or website to shop for Prime Week Extra and let your CD rule the discount. Call 030-275-2020 or WhatsApp 024-3143-3143 for enquiries. This Prime Week is extra. Save more.
Paying or getting paid? For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach. Paying or getting paid? Koba day for you.
Driver, I don't have cash on you.
Oh, madam, you can pay through Koba.
Oh, you use Koba too? That makes it easy.
Receive payment from your customers and make bulk payment in just a few clicks.
Madam, I received the money. Hello, Coffee.
Mom, you still haven't sent me the airtime and the house internet is finished. My game.
I'm sorry, darling. Doing that right away.
With Koba, you can send airtime to your friends and family and load data for some great entertainment.
Oh! Madam, here are the food stuff. Thank you. You can use the short code *365# or the Koba mobile app to make your payment.
Get a designated short code today and start receiving payment with real-time visibility into all your payments with Koba. Pay your suppliers and staff in just a few clicks. For more information, call 0200-404010.
Koba there, you click pew and you hear pew pew. Transaction done.
Koba, our life simplified.
In recognition of Mental Health Month, join us for the Mental Health Forum 2025, a powerful free event championing mental well-being in Ghana. It's happening on Saturday, May 31st at the Accra International Conference Center, starting 10 a.m. sharp. Come experience moving stories, expert insights, and real solutions. Meet leading psychologists, change makers, and public voices, all coming together to say your mind matters. Let's break the silence. Let's end the stigma. Let's heal together. Mental Health Forum 2025, Beyond Stigma. Brought to you by Premier Rehabilitation Center in partnership with the Mental Health Authority, Ghana Psychology Council, Joy News and Joy Prime. Proudly supported by the Ministry of Health, Vena Mineral Water, Dyson, Compute Ghana,
Telecel, Omni BSIC, Latest Foam, Melcom, Marina Mall,
Bistro, Le Majula, Safe Bond, The Cafe, Polo Club, Gourmet Gardens, Premier 369 Limited,
and every African.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kese promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kese promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
He's now an evangelist. But he can still, we can still enjoy these songs from him. Except that he doesn't want us to be playing them.
Mm-hmm.
We can still enjoy these songs. But last time I heard him in an interview, he was speaking Patois.
He was?
Yeah, he said that he can speak Patois, Lord Kenya.
Yeah, of course, because even the Holy Spirit lets you speak in Kasafofo.
No, that's not the case. This one, he says he dance hall is Lord Kenya. And Lord Kenya can speak Patois.
Interesting.
Yeah, he spoke Patois. But, now he's evangelist Lord Kenya. But Sikaba, the year, those days, this song, when you hear it.
Sikaba, like a woman, money woman or what?
Money girl. Yeah.
Money girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sikaba.
Okay.
Charlie, the production was dope. Yeah. Those times, when you go to pleasure gardens and they are playing it. You know pleasure gardens?
No.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay that you don't know. Anyway, this morning here on the Super Morning Show, lots of issues coming up for discussion. The Ghana Statistical Service says 18% of Ghanaians say they've paid a bribe for public service.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation we must have. Public services are supposed to be free. So why are we paying bribes for them? Well, some of them that you're supposed to pay fees for them, the fees are determined. So the services that you must pay fees for are determined. And so why must you go beyond the fees and bribe officials? We'll have this conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But also this morning I asked you, when it comes to the appreciation of the Ghana cedi, the president has talked about, at some point we need to take a look at it and say, okay, we've had enough. But I say, how about it gets to say 5? How about we agree that when it's $1 to 5 cedis? Ordinarily, I'd say 1 to 1. But of course, because we're looking at, the fact that it may affect our exports here and there, and the possibility of dumping, how about we say $1 to 5 Ghana cedis? I've seen my friend Mark Biduabwaji of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry saying 5, saying, Mark, I'm waiting for further and better particulars. But also this morning, I want us to have that conversation, the conversation about violence against women.
Absolutely. Winston, the much more worrying concern is the number of persons who do not even report intimate partner violence, especially because of the consequences or the impact it will have on them and their immediate family. So if we're saying that 40% of women between 15 to 49 suffer some form of intimate partner violence, it will mean that if we looked even further, if we had people really reporting these cases, then the statistics would even be a lot higher than what we have now. But it's a good one to have this conversation while we think about what are some of the things that have contributed to this. I will definitely say that one major concern is the masculine tone of most of our cultural practices and even laws in this country, which I'm sure that when we get to that conversation we can raise.
Exactly. So let's get interactive. Join us with your thoughts here on the Super Morning Show. Join us on WhatsApp 055-111-11997 and on X use the hashtag JoySMS. I'm told that our little friend Nanekia Kwachi, who loves to wait for the Pepsodent advert before brushing her teeth, was so excited when she heard her name.
Oh, today's brushing teeth will be very special for her.
Today she was waiting for it. She couldn't, and then she went to brush her teeth. But I'm told that her siblings also. The siblings are like, yeah, why did we hear her name? Don't worry, you hear your names tomorrow, okay? But Toyota Ghana Company Limited proudly presents Starlet Day. So tomorrow on the 30th of May, Toyota Ghana is offering free diagnostics, discounted maintenance, and 20% off Toyota genuine spare parts exclusively for all Toyota Starlet owners. So visit any of their branches in Accra, Graphic Road, Legon, or the motorway in Kumasi, in Tema, Takrade, Takwa, and enjoy unbeatable value for money while exploring exciting trading offers too. Rush now for a new Toyota Starlet from any Toyota Ghana Company Limited showroom today and enjoy 1 year or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Own your stardom with the new Toyota Starlet and make your automobile dream a reality today. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota Starlet.
And of course, Kingdom Books is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, and has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to www.kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. We offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions definitely apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability is our hallmark.
And look, dear valued shareholder, your trusted financial partner, and that is GCB Bank, is committed to ensuring that your shares with us continue to thrive and yield positive results. And so having accurate contact information on you will enable us to communicate important updates and notifications regarding your shares directly to you. So they kindly request that you update your records via telephone. That's your telephone number and email address with the bank to get regular, timely, and relevant update on your shares. To update your records, kindly visit any GCB Bank branch and you'll be assisted to do this. You may also access their website, that's gcbbank.com.gh, or their shareholders portal at epay.gcblimited.com /98/shareholder portal to go through a simple process to update your records. Shareholders registered on the CSD may contact their brokers for their necessary record updates to be done. With just a few simple steps, you can ensure a seamless experience and stay well informed about the progress of your shares. GCB, your bank for life.
And every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with fluoride and microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invincible holes in your teeth. This prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity comes in 175 grams big family pack, 120 grams Ejakwa pack, 65 grams, and 12 gram sachets, so you can always get what you can afford at any time. Don't just use toothpaste that brush your teeth, use Pepsodent that protect your teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years. Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent also gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. You can call 0800 16000 to talk to a dentist, and Pepsodent is at any shop near you. As well, for customer care, 0800 2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Emefa Arnold, who probably may have grown up in Ho like I did, says Winston is a typical Ho boy pal. Pleasure Garden. You're about to bring back memories today. Pleasure Garden.
Should we let it go like that, or I should inquire?
Oh, years ago when Bookback, this is just by the way, Bookback had done their, Bookback, they dropped one of the songs. One of my friends, we used to call him Zaya, brought them to Ho, and at Pleasure Garden, Zaya was at the gate. So,
what was it? An eatery, a garden, like what?
Pleasure Gardens. It was an event grounds.
Okay.
So Zaya was at the gate. So when Zaya went to and he said, "Oh, get him." So everybody who comes says, "Oh, Zaya," then the person enters. Now, Zaya had paid part of the money, hoping that after the whole program he will get money to pay.
But get him, I say you're not going to make any money.
The whole place is full. But Zaya didn't get
There's no money.
And those times after the event, the boys, when you ask this, Mr. Zaya, this world. Anyway, renewing your motor insurance policy with SG Ghana is not just about getting reliable cover for you and your vehicle. There are amazing extra benefits that will blow your mind. So from now till the 30th of May, that's just tomorrow, buy or renew your comprehensive motor insurance policy with SG Ghana Sound Drive and win big in the SG Insure and Win promo. You stand the chance of winning a 2-night all-expense paid stay for 2 at the luxurious Safari Valley Resort, where you can have your private pool, swimming pool. Yes, at Safari Valley. A private pool for just you and your partner.
That's cool.
Oh, it's very cool. You could also win a four brand new tires or free car servicing for a whole year. There's more. Get up to 1,000 free fuel instantly just for renewing or buying your comprehensive motor insurance policy from SG Ghana. Call 0302-214-314 for more information, or walk into the nearest SG Ghana branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy today. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. SG Ghana Sun Drive is underwritten by Sanlam Alliance General. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
Now let's talk water tanks. Do you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather, rain or shine. Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now, or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Now, grab the chance to win big in the Access Bank Fakito Abeji Kesia promo. Simply deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis into your existing or new account, Access Bank account. That's the current or savings account to join the promo. Increase it to 500 Ghana cedis or more and qualify for a draw. For our young customers, a solo account, spend 500 Ghana cedis or more with any Access Visa card and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. Don't sit back. Deposit now and stand a chance to win a share of the over 500,000 in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5, iPhone 16, Chromebook, and much more in our 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws. This promo runs from now to September 2025 in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions have applied. Join the Fakito Abeji Kesia train. Save now for the future and win big. For more information, visit our website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call toll free 0800 00 4400. Access Bank, more than banking.
Now, have you heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Excellium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Excellium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You'll drive Experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Emefa, let me say good morning to Ras Mubarak. You know Ras Mubarak?
Of course, I know Ras Mubarak.
Oh, okay. I'm told that he's going to be launching the Okada Moto app.
Oh, that's nice and impressive.
He's launching it today. So he just shared it with me. I think I should download it, the Okada Moto app. I'll try and download it.
If it's coming from Ras Mubarak, I'll trust it. I'll use it.
Most definitely. Time now for us to go for some messages from our partners. When we return, it'll be time for your birthday messages, sports, and food for thought. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244-308-111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Right, welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And let's see whose birthday it is today. Today is the birthday of Mr. Martin Lowe. Martin Lowe. He's 88 years today, and he's the father of George Lowe. You know George Lowe, former member of parliament for North Tai. So that's George Lowe's father. So the message is that your children wish you a happy 88th birthday with much grace, blessing, and amazing health. God bless you, and they say they love you. Happy chaotic birthday to Kofi Achian. He is 27 years today. We thank God for your life. The Lord bless and keep him and make him prosperous. We love him and wish him all the best from your mom, dad, and siblings.
Okay, let me do this one. Happy birthday to my amazing best friend. On this special day, I want you to know how much you mean to me. From endless loves to deep conversations, you've been there. Your kindness, your strength, and your beautiful spirit inspire me every day. And may this year bring you all the love, laughter, and adventure your heart desires. Cheers to creating more unforgettable memories together. And guess who's this one? This one is from Emefa to Edith Abba Abeka. Happy birthday to you, best friend of our very own Emefa.
Great, which means we can bring you the Sports Center now, and it's proudly brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good Franco trading, still phone Papa Perfie, and FPAC blows your pain away. But of course, you know that the football season, we're left with the Champions League finals Saturday. Oh, PSG. PSG.
Charlie.
Anyway,
hey Charlie.
All right, let me bring this one before Fenty Tahiro brings you sports. Says that the leagues may be coming to an end, but the football action continues. Up next is a tournament where football meets culture and serious bragging rights on the line. The Unity Cup is bringing together the national teams of Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, Trinidad, and Tobago. Of course, all the games are live on DSTV and GoTV from the 27th to 31st day of May. With the big one, the Jollof Derby between Ghana and Niger on the 20th.
It was last night.
Well, of course, yeah.
It was last night.
How did I even get myself to say this?
They beat us.
It was a friendly. It's friendly and Unity match.
It's
It's
actually
okay.
a good performance, especially
Was it?
the second half.
You continue.
Watch the games on GoTV Value and DSTV Access packages. The excitement is real, and you can't afford to miss out. Just dial *759# and enjoy the tournament where every goal tells a story, every match creates a memory. GoTV, love it. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So my people know that Thursdays are now extra special on MTN. Yes, your Thursday just got more exciting because from now on, you get a nice 25% bonus on your first data bundle purchase of the day. When you bundle on my MTN app or use *138#, there's an every Thursday on MTN. And MTN is saying that's not enough for a lovely customer like you. So they're offering free extra movie ticket when you pay with Momo at the Silver Bird Cinemas at the Accra Mall and West Hills Mall. For those of you in the Great Garden City, Kumasi, you get your free tickets at the Golden Cinemas in the Kumasi Mall. If you ask me, I think your movie dates are sorted from now on. Now, this is what I call a sweet deal. So set your reminders, bundle on MTN or *138# and make the best of your 25% first data bundle discount and visit the cinemas. Use Momo, get your free extra movie tickets on MTN's Yellow Thursday.
And also, she was born to innovate, lead and inspire change. She's an entrepreneur. She's Ghanaian and her community is waiting for her next big move. That's why Standard Chartered's Future Makers Women in Tech program exists to give women entrepreneurs the platform to spark bold ideas, build thriving businesses, and drive real impact where it matters most. This year, we're going even further, making a deliberate push to include women entrepreneurs living with disabilities. Through this empowering initiative, participants will gain a dedicated portfolio manager to help shape their business growth journey, access to seed funding of up to $10,000 Ghana cedis equivalent, tailored master classes, and invaluable mentorship opportunities. A vibrant alumni network of entrepreneurs across Africa and the Middle East. Are you ready to innovate, lead, inspire? We're looking for women-led or owned businesses using technology to transform industries and empower communities. Visit www.scwomenintech.gh.com to apply now and take your business to the next level. Standard Chartered here for good. Thank you, Tari. Thank you.
Emefa, how you doing? What did you say my name was?
I wanted to play a fast one. I just swallowed your name, so I'm ending it here. Do your sports. Are you looking at me to say Langa?
Good morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fento Tahiru Fento. Let's begin with the Black Stars, who lost to Nigeria in London last night.
Chukwueze delivers, and he delivers well. Glancing head on in, it's crackled away in. It's 2-0. Semi Adai with the killer touch. But once again, a brilliant ball in from the right. The Nigerian fans in dreamland here, not even 20 minutes played.
Yeah, two costly defensive lapses in the first half condemned the Black Stars to a 2-1 defeat against fierce rivals Nigeria in the semi-final of the 2025 Unity Cup at the GTEC Community Stadium in London. The result means Ghana will miss out on the final and instead face Trinidad and Tobago in the third place playoff on Saturday. Cyril Dessers scored first for Nigeria in the 14th minute following a slip by Razak Simpson before the Nations FC defender deflected a header into his own net for Nigeria's second goal in what was a forgetful night for the Ghana Premier League defender. Ghana did fight back in the second half and found the consolation through Brandon Thomas Asante, who poked home for his first Black Stars goal. Now, despite the defeat, Coach Otuado said he picked some positives from the match.
The first half we were not aggressive enough. It didn't make click from the team. Like I said, it's not always easy, especially if we haven't played that often together. I think Nigeria had a more matured team who can maybe adapt faster. We had problems, to get into the duels, to press well, but also to defend well. But second half was really good. I have to say, even though we lost, I'm happy for the second half. Really saw some talents, like I said, I don't want to mention names, but we really took some players, really saw them really positive, and looking forward to see them again.
Otuado there, and some of the positives from that game were the performances of some players that were handed their debut. Genk FC's midfielder Christopher Bonsuba, he impressed many alongside Caleb Joanchi of Nordsjælland. They were handed their Ghana debuts and they impressed with their performances. Coventry City attacker who was making only his third appearance for Ghana, that's Brandon Thomas Asante, he was happy to score his first goal for the country.
It was on the whole, it was a bit frustrating. You know how this is the biggest game for us. You know, we always we know we can win against this team. So frustrating on that note, but I'm also happy to make my start in scoring goals for Ghana, which I intend to do for a long time.
And it's a great game, but nothing friendly about it. How was it in front of all these passionate fans?
Oh, it's amazing. It just shows what football's about, what the culture's about, and even though half of the fans are for you, half are against you, the whole atmosphere is amazing, and we want to see more days like this. Hopefully everyone's safe, everyone's happy, and we enjoyed it.
Brandon Thomas Asante there. Now, one other player Ghana would have liked to have available for the Unity Cup games is Antoine Semenyo. He's produced his best career performance in the just concluded season, where he scored a career high 13 goals and made 7 assists across all competitions. His former Bournemouth teammate is Dean Hussein, who has now signed for Real Madrid. He says Antoine Semenyo is a nightmare to play against.
I think he's getting more respect now. But probably the past been underrated. You know?
I agree.
I think as a player, he can do everything. You know what I mean? He's fast, he's physical, he's left foot, right foot. It literally doesn't matter for him. He can dribble with left, he can dribble with right, he can shoot with right, shoot with left. And I think as a winger, I think if you're a right back, you're having a tough day against it. 100%. You're having a tough day.
That's Real Madrid defender Dean Hussein speaking about his former teammate Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo has been linked to Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester United. It's very likely that he will leave Bournemouth this off-season. Now, back to Ghana. President of the Ghana Football Association, Keto Kreko, has expressed pride in the investment his outfit has made on the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. He says the facility's ability to now accommodate high-ranking officials and national teams means that his administration have made the right decision in terms of investment.
When I'm asked about Prom Prom, I speak with pride and sometimes with emotions. If today our Black Queens are staying in Prom Prom without complaints, if today our ESCO, the highest decision-making body besides the Congress, are staying in Prom Prom, if today our coach of the Black Queens, Kim, our former coach Nora and co all stay in Prom Prom, that should tell all of us that yes, the systematic investment we're making is gradually paying off.
That's Keto Kreku there. He's also expressed optimism that the Ghana Premier League will get a headline sponsor in the coming season that would make clubs happy. The league has been running for nearly 2 seasons now without a sponsor, and it's going to conclude this campaign without an official broadcast partner.
It's a phase in the life of the league. What is true is that the marketing department, the ESCO of the Football Association have been working around the clock just to make sure that we get key partners to support the Premier League. And I'm very sure that it will come very soon. I say this all the time. And the question people ask once I make such a statement is that, oh, how soon will it come? And I'll answer by saying that it's coming. Okay. I think that we've been working quite well. I don't want to speak too much about what is going to happen in the upcoming season, but what I know for a fact is that our clubs will be happy.
That's the GFA President Keto Kreku there. Hearts of Oak, they will have both their men's and women's teams competing in top flight football next season. That was after Oaks FC, their women's side, secured promotion to the Ghana Women's Premier League. That happened yesterday after a 4-1 victory over Root Sisters in the regional playoff championships. With the game to spare, they've now sealed qualification. The team was only established in 2023, and in just 2 years, they're up to Ghana's women's top flight. They're not the only team that will be there. Samatex Ladies, the female side of Samatex FC, have also gained promotion to the Women's Premier League after winning their playoff zone as well. Let's take you to Poland.
Enzo Fernandez finds Caicedo! Can start, and Chelsea are the champions. The Conference League title is theirs, and it completes the full set of UEFA club trophies, which no other side has ever secured.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca's Chelsea made history last night after coming from a goal down to beat Real Betis by 4-1 to become the first and only team in history to win all of UEFA's 5 major club competitions. Enzo Maresca, whose team secured Champions League football only last weekend, says their season is a massively successful one.
Yeah, very happy, a little bit frustrated first half because I think we approached the game in the wrong way. Also, I expect a little bit because after 2 days, the happiness was too much after Nottingham because, you know, you go all season waiting, and then so we struggled a little bit first half and then second half we were much better and we are very happy.
Enzo Maresca there. And that second half, goals came from Enzo Fernandez, who captained the team from the beginning. Sancho also got in on the act. Nicholas Jackson also scored. And then Caicedo got the final goal for them. While Chelsea were winning, United were being booed by their own fans after the final whistle following a 1-0 defeat in Malaysia against the Asian All-Stars. The loss adds to the club's disastrous domestic campaign, their worst ever Premier League season, where they finished 15th. Here's their head coach.
Always guilty. I said that in the last game. I'm always guilty of the performance of the team, no matter what. And since I'm here in the first day, I am guilty. Then the boost from the fans, I think, is something that we need, maybe, because every game that we lost in the Premier League, they were always there. So it's like the way of playing. If they see that it is not working, they will change the way they behave. But I felt then when we finish and we walk away, like every time the supporter was with us. And again, let's wait for the next season.
That's Ruben Marin there. And of course, at Roland Garros, Alcaraz is through to the next round. So is Sabalenka, but Raducanu is out, bringing an end to sports here at the Sports Center. My name is Fentio Tahir Fentio. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you very much. Time now for Food for Thought, brought to us by Koba, Our Lives Simplified, and Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle, good morning.
Oh, how about you, sir? Good morning, and good morning to the legend in front of you.
Oh, good morning, Uncle Ebo. Good morning. How are you?
Legend.
I'm the legend. There's only one person in front of Winston. What kind of against is this? Uncle Ebo, I don't understand Samuel Adamiu. He says the one in front of...
Good morning.
He said the one in front of Winston. There was only one person in front of Winston, which is me. So I have to collect the accolades.
Atahi.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Thank you,
Uncle.
I'm so proud of you for that competition you put together, the tournament.
Yes, the Tumu Community Cup. Thank you.
That's right. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Another proof that you are an extraordinary young man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Apart from the fact that you don't comb your hair well, I mean, you're a wonderful young man.
Yeah, today it's looking nice, no?
Yes, it's much better today than I have seen it.
Uncle, the non-combing of hair is also, the young man here sees his future in me, but he's living in denial. But his time will come. His time will definitely come.
Oh God! When that time comes, I hope that I don't have to be sitting across you every day.
Oh well. I'm sure when that time comes, you won't be sitting in front of me every day.
You will chase me wherever I am.
I'll look for you.
No, listen, I'm so happy that he's taking those steps.
Yeah.
But again, it shows how wonderful the guys like Joy FM are. I look at your own case, Winston, and all that you are doing, the farming and all that. No, Joy boasts of wonderful people, and I am just proud to be part of this team.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the inspiration.
You know what I wanted to do? You know why I wore this today? Mm-hmm. I wanted to do something which I know Uncle Ibo White wouldn't like.
Which is
to say that this was my Christmas gift from Uncle Ibo White.
That's what you're wearing today.
Yeah, I know he doesn't like that. These days, I have learned that you must celebrate people when they are alive.
You have to.
And not write a tribute.
It looks nicer than anything you've ever sewn for yourself.
Bye bye.
No, Fenty, I think you've missed the point. Winston is just reminding me that another Christmas is coming.
Okay.
Another Christmas will come very soon.
Yeah, Winston, I've taken the hint.
Sharp.
You see this guy?
It's 7 months away. Very soon.
Okay. All right, Winston. For the month of May this year, I have been reflecting on motherhood by sharing stories of my own mother with you. My mother transitioned in 2013 at age 90, but I still miss her and cherish my memories of her. This morning, I bring my reflections to an end with a story I first narrated on this platform 9 years ago. It is a strange story, and if you have problems believing it, I will understand. Because if I had not been a witness to it, I would have found it difficult to believe it. As you struggle with the story, just remember the words of Shakespeare in Hamlet. He said, quote, "There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy," end of quote. My mother loved fufu and rice soup. And she loved cooking with pig feet.
Sharp.
Which we call trotters. It was not possible for my mother to cook soup, any soup, without pig feet.
Wow.
She was almost addicted to it. One day, my mother came home from the market with her sister, who was living with us at South Trestle, with her 2 teenage daughters. They quickly set about preparing supper of fufu and rice soup with, as usual, pig feet. When supper was done, my mother served me and my brothers separately, and she and her sister and her 2 nieces ate together from an earthenware bowl, which was what my mother preferred to eat fufu from. I was eating from a spot very near to them. My mother and her sister kept a conversation going whenever they were eating, and I loved to eavesdrop on their conversation. This evening, they were talking about some of their market colleagues. Then at one point, I heard my mother exclaim, "Oh, look, I have dropped my meat." I looked in her direction and saw a piece of pig feet on the floor by her leg.
Oh.
Her sister began laughing at her for dropping her meat. But my mother said, "I will not let this pig feet go to waste. I will just clean it and put it back into the soup." I watched as she picked up the piece of cooked pig feet from the ground, clean it off with water, and then put it back into the rest of the soup in the cooking pot that she had left on the fire to simmer. As soon as the fully cooked pig feet hit the soup, it hopped out of it. My mother and my auntie and her daughters jumped from their wooden kitchen stools in shock. They screamed, "Auntie Emma, look, the pig feet hopped out of the soup." My mother, who did not scare easily, tried to pick the pig feet again, and this time it hopped away from her reach. By now, the screams and shouts of my auntie and her daughters had brought our next door neighbor, Auntie Abena, and her children running to find out what was happening. My mother finally grabbed the pig feet. Auntie Abena said, "Auntie Emma, please don't eat it. The meat is ginsed. Throw it away and let it go with its curse." My mother agreed. About 50 meters behind our house was a big gutter. It was the drainage from Kwame Nkrumah Estate to the west of South Trestle. My mother walked to the drainage with a cooked pig feet in her hand, and we all followed her, but at a safe distance. She threw the piece of pig feet into the big gutter, but as she turned to return to the house, the pig feet again popped out of the gutter towards her.
Hey.
Everybody took to their heels, but my mother picked it up again and threw it harder into the big gutter. And again, the piece of cooked pig feet hopped out of the gutter. My mother, a staunch Catholic, made a sign of the cross and picked the meat again, and this time she shouted to me, "Governor, get me a hoe." I quickly got her the hoe, and she dug a hole, put the pig feet into it, covered it, and said, "Governor, get me my holy water from my dresser." I dashed to bring her the bottle of holy water. She sprinkled it over the spot where she had buried the meat. And when she was done, she said, "Now let's go and finish supper. Whatever this is about cannot match the power of God who watches over us." She showed no sign of fear. And Winston, that was the last time my mother ate pig feet in her life. Now, the strangest part of this story is what happened the next day at the market. The woman from whom my mother usually bought her pig feet came to her and said, "Oh, Auntie Amma, I am sorry, but when you came to buy the pig feet yesterday, I was not there. And my daughter who served you sold you a piece of pig feet she should not have sold to you."
Hey.
That piece of pig feet was not for sale. You know, things day. Ghana is not poor because of its economy. Ghana is poor because there is spiritual darkness in this land. When we talk about these matters, there are people who say, "Oh, I don't believe in powers of darkness." Well, if you don't believe there is something called gravity, does that make it non-existent? Apostle Paul in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12 says, quote, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." For my mother, I knew there were forces of darkness, but she also taught me by her example not to live in fear, but to trust in God and in his help and protection. God bless all godly mothers. And Abaji said, that's my presentation for this morning.
Thank you very, very much. Hey, so Uncle, this one that it wasn't meant to be sold. What was it meant to be used for?
That's a good question.
Anyway.
That was a good question. My mother hadn't gone to the woman to say that this is what happened. The woman herself came. And that was the woman my mother always bought pig feet from. So on that day when my mother went, she was not there. But her daughter, who knew my mother, immediately served her. And maybe she didn't get a memo from her mother that this one is not to go out.
Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Uncle White, for food for thought this morning. But let me just remind you that Roverman Productions, in partnership with the National Theatre Joy FM, presents an Uncle White special, Love on the Ropes. So on their wedding anniversary, the fighting gloves were laced. Don is a retired boxing champion turned politician who spent years guarding a secret that is potent enough to destroy his marriage. Aisha, his wife, is a bold, brilliant influencer and social media sensation who wants the truth from her husband and wants it live on her podcast with thousands watching. What begins as a celebration of love becomes a dramatic showdown. Love on the Ropes shows at the National Theatre on June 27th, 8th, June 27th, 28th, and 29th, and on July 6th, 7th, and 8th. Show times: Fridays at 7 p.m., one show only; Saturdays, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., two shows only; Sundays, 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m., three shows. From now till the 15th of June, buy early bird tickets for the shows at 250 cedis only on the Cover Short code *365 *535#, and the price of the ticket will revert to the usual 300 cedis after the promotion. You can also buy tickets on the Rover app or via Roverman's website, rovermanproductions.com. For enquiries and large purchases, call 050 0505-546-010 or send a WhatsApp to 0505-546-030. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. Buy your tickets now. Love on the Ropes is brought to you by Koba, Gino Jollof Mix, and Tilly's Tea, communications partner M Notify, and Logistic Movers, Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And it's now time. It's 8 a.m. time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. The Ghana cedi will continue to hold firmly against the US dollar and other major foreign currencies in the near term. This is supported by a sustained build-up in reserves and improving liquidity conditions, which are expected to continue supporting supply-side intervention. Meanwhile, the cedi's sharp appreciation against the US dollar and other major trading currencies is now affecting government's revenue. The Greater Accra and Ashanti regions have recorded the highest number of bribery within the public sector, according to a latest report by the Ghana Statistical Service. And a US federal court has blocked President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs in a major blow to his economic policies. 3 judges ruled that Trump overstepped his authority when he used an emergency law to impose tariffs on nearly every country. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra silent fuel efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at competitive prices. And for every generator you acquire, you will enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets, and their services include 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, professional advice, sale of tire lights and rental. Locate the latest branch at Pokwasi White House opposite EOCO Block, and head office number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide, are into skills training. They have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. They offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Call them on 0243 480 334 or 0540 109 493. Anointed, the generator expert.
Are you an individual trader looking to expand your business? Then look no further. The Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan is the perfect financial boost for you. Access a loan up to 200,000 Ghana cedis with no collateral required and repay conveniently within 12 months. The Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan is designed to support your daily operations and ensure the uninterrupted cash flow of your business. Sign up for the Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan today and take your business to the next level. Experience a quick and easy process when you apply. Remember, no collateral is required. For further inquiries, visit any Consolidated Bank Ghana branch nationwide or call our contact center 030-2216,000 or via our social media handles Facebook, Instagram and X. You can as well send them an email at talktous@cbg.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
And very soon we'll get into that conversation about 18% of you saying they've paid bribes for public services. But let's get interactive. Social media messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by number 10 Liver Salt, a refreshing relief, and EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa.
And every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you'd want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank money emergency number. *770# gives you instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Just dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Right, stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You go enjoy them. In my Brahmin check. Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. Echo Bank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Kim promise.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know. Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. Fifi Kunson, welcome. Time now for big stories here on the Super Morning Show. Our general manager came to say hi. Fifi, come into the studio. Come and say hi to our listeners. Big stories on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies and Yomi Yogurt, a nourishing choice.
Now, you deserve a brand new car. Volkswagen Ghana is offering Vitis Highline Saloon and Tiguan Live SUV and Amarok pickup at used car prices. Where is the pride in driving an old used car when you could have purchased a brand new Volkswagen at the same price? Oh, just walk into a Volkswagen retail outlet with your used car budget and you may drive out a brand new car. Take advantage now. Volkswagen, rise and thrive. Drive VW, drive Ghana. Hurry while stock lasts. Terms and conditions really apply. Call or WhatsApp 0257956688 for more information about our wide range models.
So the National Banking and Ethics Challenge, which is a quiz competition for universities being organized by the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, and the aim is to promote ethical standards, banking knowledge, and strengthen public trust and resilience in the banking industry in Ghana, comes off today, Thursday the 29th of May 2025 at the CIB Ghana Auditorium, East Legon. The time is 9 a.m. and the participating universities for the maiden edition: University of Ghana, University of Professional Studies, Wisconsin University, Academic City University, and Pentecost University. The winning university will go home with a trophy, plaque, cash prize, certificate of participation, internship opportunities, and scholarship for the Chartered Bankers Program. Joy Business is the media partner for the National Banking and Ethics Challenge. So I'll be going there right after the show.
Okay, Telecel Cash, your secure and convenient cash platform, is still offering the lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is still free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you're paying school fees or sending cash to your favorite people, send it keke. Remember, you can make payments to all other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today. Now send the keke. Telecel.
Great. Emefa, so we're told that the 2024 bribery report that the Ghana Statistical Service released, now they released their governance series with one report, and that revealed that 18.4% of Ghanaians who interacted with public officials in 2024 paid bribes to access public services, with most bribes given in cash. Now, the report is actually a part of efforts to monitor progress on Sustainable Development Goal Indicator 6.5.1, which tracks bribery in public institutions. Sample size was 7,248, representing 15,400 households across all 16 regions. And the key findings says 18.4% of those who interacted with public officials paid bribes. Cash was the predominant form, 85.2% of all bribes, while other items including food, drinks, animals.
Animals? Wasting, stay a minute. Animals assessing.
Yes, so food, drinks, animals 9% and services 4.4%. Now, amount paid, about 1/3 paid between 101 to 500 cedis, and 14% paid more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. So 77% of the bribe payers were male and 22% female. Other report similar trends, with men accounting for 68% and 31%. So urban residents made up 61.9%, while the rural ones 38.1%. The age group 35 to 49, my age group, accounted for 43% of the bribes paid, and the those employed made up 75.6% of bribe payers, and with 22.4% unemployed respondents reported paying over 1,000.
That's an interesting twist.
Bribes. So that would tell you the unemployed are actually paying more in bribe. So what could they be paying for?
Jobs?
Well, that's a possibility.
Or introducing them to access to jobs.
So in effect, a lot of people are paying, because if 22%, of unemployed respondents reported paying over 1,000 in bribes, then it tells you there's an issue. 21% of persons with disability reported paying bribes, with higher rates among those with physical and visual impairments, 40%, and visual impairment 32%. Okay, so
let's stay on this a little bit. You know, we did a story on a young man who schools at the University of Ghana. This one is not directly public institutions, but this is his personal experience, which I think culminates to these kind of reports, where he is visually impaired, and how he has to live through the day is to incentivize people to maybe buy food for me, or help me get to the classroom, or help me order an Uber, or be with me in the Uber, so that wherever I need to get off, I know that this is where I'm getting to. Basically, persons living with certain disabilities have to give certain incentives to people to help them access certain basic amenities, and this can definitely culminate into, if they also went into public institutions for a certain help. Maybe people are not demanding particularly, but because they need help, they think that they must pay for something.
Yeah, I get you. But also for the fact that these are people who are saying, I paid it. And so in their minds, they're actually paying for a service. But let's look at the institutional trends. Motor Traffic and Transport Department,
yes,
MTTD,
please. Yes, please.
61%. Police General Duties, 46.7%. Police CID, 37.9%. City Guards, 34%. Foreign embassies and consulates, 2.6%. So we know that is the police that has a lot of these things. But the GSS and other stakeholders, they view this finding as a call for policy reforms and stronger anti-corruption measures. It's something we have to deal with. And look, most of the time we look at all of these things, but this is it for me. Where you're supposed to have a service, the right thing is to pay the fees charged for the service. That's it. Today, I know people who would call, for instance, and say, can you help me get this service? We did, we partnered with others at the Fourth Estate. We did a story on bribery during school placement, for instance. It's something that happens. majority of the services that you're supposed to just pay a token, even when it comes to the acquisition of passports. We've done everything. We've said, oh, we want to make it very easy and all of that, but still, the people in there collecting money. The reason I support lifestyle audits is that sometimes people in these services, their lifestyles do not correspond to their salaries. But you see, it also comes down to how sometimes we make the system very difficult. So there are times you go to there are times you're going to acquire passports and you can't get. They said once upon a time when they said they didn't have papers, they couldn't print, but they had paper. So there's a shortage of paper. So you'd have to now go round and round and round before you get it done for you.
So because of the shortage, you want to pay somebody you know in there. You want to pay somebody, or more like motivate somebody so that you're
bribing somebody.
That's what they describe it. In fact, and because of the way we are as a society, many people think that saying thank you in a certain way is just to show appreciation, but that amounts to bribery.
Yeah, it does. Something we'd have to talk about, something we'd have to deal with. But also this morning, we'll talk about the increasing rate of violence against women. And we'll be joined by a team of the African Women Lawyers Association. They'll be helping us understand these issues and how we can deal with them. But as always, we do this with you. Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And then on WhatsApp, 055-11-111-997. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Are you 16 to 27 years old? Employers aren't just after degrees anymore. Stay relevant. Apply to DTI, Ghana's top TVET institution. We offer cutting-edge programs like precision welding and fabrication, design innovation and entrepreneurship, with hands-on training to prepare you for real-world challenges. Join us and succeed in industries like manufacturing, construction, and technology. At DTI, you'll learn by doing in a supportive environment. Be inspired by success stories of TVET graduates thriving in diverse fields. Visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. Pick up admissions forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
In recognition of Mental Health Month, join us for the Mental Health Forum 2025, a powerful free event championing mental well-being in Ghana. It's happening on Saturday, May 31st at the Accra International Conference Center, starting 10 a.m. sharp. Come experience moving stories, expert insights, and real solutions. Meet leading psychologists, change makers, and public voices, all coming together to say, your mind matters. Let's break the silence. Let's end the stigma. Let's heal together. Mental Health Forum 2025, Beyond Stigma. Brought to you by Premier Rehabilitation Center in partnership with the Mental Health Authority, Ghana Psychology Council, Joy News and Joy Prime. Proudly supported by the Ministry of Health, Vena Mineral Water, Dyson, Compute Ghana,
Telecel, Omni BSIC, Latest Foam, Melcom, Marina Mall,
Bistro, Le Magela, Save Bond, The Cafe, Polo Club, Gourmet Gardens, Premier 369 Limited,
and Every African.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Serial Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions, because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cereal at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cereal Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cereal Nano 3 EVs. The Cereal Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cereal EV. Go electric.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yala, you say with it.
Turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, 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 sunshine and joy in the morning.
Express easy service, DHL excellence, simply delivered.
Adansi is 12 years, and this August, Adansi Travel is turning up the excitement as part of its 12 years of delivering unforgettable travel experiences. Get ready to see more, feel more, and explore some of the world's most exciting destinations, from fun-filled family adventures in Dubai to romantic getaways in Asia, thrilling escapes with friends in South Africa, or that long-awaited dream trip across Europe. Not just travel, it's an experience you never forget. Call Adansi Travels on 0595 500 187 or 0531 008 550, or visit adansitravels.com to book your spot. Let's make memories together this August. Adansi at 12. See more, feel more.
Yeah, see more, feel more. I need to join one of the trips.
Where would you go? There's Dubai, there's romantic getaway in Asia, and as well, friends, you can go to South Africa.
Maybe South Africa. Well, maybe Egypt. I'd love to go to Egypt and Morocco.
Okay.
I need to be at Marrakesh.
Okay.
Chilling at Marrakesh. Very necessary. So it's what I'm thinking about. I have to go and enjoy them.
Such a bespoke taste you have.
I'm learning from you. Anyway, this morning, Emefa, we have a very important conversation. It's one about violence against women, one that we must find solutions to, right?
Now, in Ghana, at least recent data shows that 40% of Ghanaian women aged between 15, and that's a very worrying trend and data. We must talk about it. This is even because a lot of women do not, or partners do not report. And so the data could be significantly higher than this.
Exactly. And it's alarming because we've been rolling out policies after policies aimed at solving this. And so all the programs, all the initiatives, what became of them, and what must we do differently to deal with it? We just told you about the story of a nursing mother who was raped and killed in Ewutubreku. Just think about that. Stay with us. When we return after these messages, we have the right experts to address these issues.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth, because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white where it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is?
Go straight. Turn left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Then come cut up donut, donut, donut. Malaria syrup donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Won't malaria chill. Popo. What mean the day? I want the donut. Donut.
Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenhwehwemu hu se malaria wo womojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu doctor.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you know that NIT is back in Ghana? Yes, you heard it right. NIT is back in Ghana, and Jackson Institute of Technology is the official partner. It's bigger, it's better, and it's here to revolutionize IT education in Ghana. Get ready for world-class training and unmatched opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059 699 6037 or 059 699 6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
In recognition of Mental Health Month, join us for the Mental Health Forum 2025, a powerful free event championing mental well-being in Ghana. It's happening on Saturday, May 31st at the Accra International Conference Center, starting 10 a.m. sharp. Come experience moving stories, expert insights, and real solutions. Meet leading psychologists, change makers, and public voices, all coming together to say, your mind matters. Let's break the silence. Let's end the stigma. Let's heal together. Mental Health Forum 2025, Beyond Stigma. Brought to you by Premier Rehabilitation Center in partnership with the Mental Health Authority, Ghana Psychology Council, Joy News and Joy Prime. Proudly supported by the Ministry of Health, Venom Mineral Water, Dyson, Compute Ghana,
Telecel, Omni BSIC, Latest Foam, Melcom, Marina Mall,
Bistro, Le Magela, Safe Bond, The Cafe, Polo Club, Gourmet Gardens, Premier 369 Limited,
and Every African.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999. Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. It's Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my
support unit. They're supposed to provide support to you also. Is it the case that the support system is missing? And so many of these persons feel that once they go out there, society is going to devour them.
Yes, the support system is not as we would love it to be. You see, under the Domestic Violence Act, there's supposed to be a fund to support victims, but that fund has not come to fruition yet. The DOFSU, they've tried their best. They are trying their best when it comes to domestic violence cases, but it's not enough. In 2022, the government established a one-stop shop, DOFSU one-stop shop, where victim support system was included. In that shop, they had the court system, they had the police investigation, and all that. But this is only in Accra. 2022, so 3 years down the line. It's only in Accra. What about the other regions, the other districts? So they are trying. I wouldn't say they are not trying. They are trying. All women organizations, Aula, FIDA, Net Rights, we are all trying. But it's not easy. Because of the, as Gertrude said, because of the cultural beliefs that we have.
And Gertrude, I mean, if we could get women to actually talk about it, report, then we can actually also rally more for support as well. Yes. But do you think that as a country, we trivialize what we describe as rape, which is one of the major things you can say happens in intimate partner violence? Rape, and especially I asked this in the cultural context, in our law context as well. Do we trivialize rape?
That's a very difficult question to answer, and I say so because I believe that we have come far as a country. The perceptions concerning rape and other forms of sexual violence, we have made significant strides in changing those perceptions. So I would say that we have made some progress in the sense that matters concerning rape and other forms of sexual violence are not as trivialized as they were before. And why is that the case? The media, for example, has played a significant role in helping to ensure that we see the seriousness of these offenses. They do this by constantly reporting from the courtroom on people who are undergoing trial for rape and the convictions that come out of it. So the more members of the public hear about, the perpetrators of such heinous crimes as rape being convicted, being sent to jail, I want to believe that the more people realize that, wow, look, it is not okay. It is not allowed for you to have sex with a woman without her consent. So we appear to have gone a little beyond the trivialization aspect. But that is not to say that it is still not going on. Go to our courts. People are constantly being tried for rape, and even more worrying, defilement. Even more worrying, defilement, right? Which shows us that our young people, our young children, our young women are also going through, these acts which should not actually be the case. So we have gone a bit beyond the trivialization, but that doesn't mean that we have crossed the carpet yet.
I mean, because women find it difficult to actually report, is this to say that before a woman or anybody can get to that point where they are violated intimately, there are signs that they can pick, at least, so that you do not wait till it gets to the point where you are emotionally bruised, you can't even talk about it because of the fear of stigma and all of that? What are some of the early signs that women can pick up? Okay.
Yeah.
Get you if
yeah, I mean clearly, and that is why, for example, a law like the Domestic Violence Act is a very significant step in our fight against violence against women, because you see, that act does not only recognize physical abuse, psychological abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. So these are some of the signs. We need not wait until a man hits you or violates you sexually before you can say that some abuse has occurred. If you are being subjected to some psychological turmoil, some mental turmoil, some emotional turmoil, these are all signs that women should be able to report and for which they should be supported. So yes, it's not only about some physical harm resulting. There are other forms of harm which are also recognized by the law currently.
Well,
to add to that,
Gertrude, you want to stay with me, and of course,
sure,
Mariam, you want to stay with me. This is Super Morning Show. We're having a very good conversation, which I think will benefit not just you, but also your family members. Because when it happens, it doesn't just affect them, but also you, the family. We're here with Mariam Hamidou and as well Gertrude Amoko. But you want to stay with us? We'll take some messages to be back.
TCL's champion deals are here and they are big and bold. Buy 50-inch, 55-inch or 65-inch TCL QLED Pro 4K Smart Android TV starting from 7,999 Ghana cedis and get free 32-inch TCL TV. Buy TCL 75-inch, 85-inch or 98-inch TV and get free 43-inch TCL TV. The bigger the purchase, the better the deal. Buy TCL 115-inch QD Mini LED 4K TV and get a free 85-inch TCL TV. Discount so huge you feel like a winner. Looking for TCL refrigerators, washing machines, water dispensers, audio soundbar and more at cool deals? Rush to TCL showrooms and authorized TCL dealers in Ghana before stock runs out. Terms and conditions apply. TCL, inspire greatness.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
City's not picky promotion. As you requested, we have dropped our prices for you. So rush to any Electroland showroom or authorized dealer store across Ghana and grab your desired Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO appliances at unbeatable prices. For your favorite TVs, refrigerators, air conditioners, washing machines, gas cookers, home theaters, microwaves, and many more, we have them on price drop. Thanks to the city's appreciation against the dollar. Enjoy convenient prices that fit your budget. Don't miss out. City is not picky. Electroland Day for you.
Saswabo. Sasso, 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 every mosquito study run away. Tonton preko, sasso sasso, mi se come tonton preko. Come tonton preko, sasso, come tonton preko. Na ni sham ne die e demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Attention Ghana, the Green Revolution is here from 11th to 13th of June 2025. The Accra International Conference Center comes alive with the Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025, the nation's premier showcase of fruits, vegetables, technology, and export opportunity. Organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and proudly supported by Ghana Exim Bank, Fidelity Bank, Gesa, Agro City, Agro Monte, and GIZ, with Joy Business as the official media partner. This is your gateway to innovation, trade, and partnerships. And the highlight, the keynote address will be delivered by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Book your exhibition stand or register now on www.ghanahotiexpo.com, or you can contact 0243 345 7783 or 053 522 4555. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025. Growing Ghana, exporting excellence.
Scared to rock the boat and make a mess, so I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. Held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice.
Welcome back to the Super Morning Show, and we appreciate your company all morning. We're still having the conversation on intimate partner violence, but before we continue, of course, we still have Mariam and Gertrude with us here in studio. Now, before we continue that conversation, my people, Thursdays are now extra special on MTN. Yes, your Thursdays just got more exciting because from now on, you get a nice 25% bonus on your first data bundle purchase of the day when you bundle on my MTN app or use *138#. Listen every Thursday on MTN. MTN is saying that's not enough for a lovely customer like you, so they are offering a free extra movie ticket when you pay with Momo at the Silverbird Cinemas at the Accra and West Hills malls. For those of you wonderful people in the Great Garden City, Kumasi, you get your free ticket at the Golden Cinemas in the Kumasi Mall. If you ask me, I think your movie dates are sorted from now on. Now, this is what I call a sweet deal. So, set your reminders, bundle on my MTN or *138# and make the best of your 25% first data bundle discount and visit the cinemas. Use Momo and get free extra movie tickets on MTN's Yellow Thursday.
So let me tell you more about, the Ghana Revenue Authority reminding all persons registered for VAT, NHIL Get Fund Levy that the VAT, NHIL Get Fund Levy and Communication Service Tax for returns for April 2025 should be submitted on the VAT, NHIL Get Fund Levy and CST returns forms not later than Friday the 30th of May. That's tomorrow, which is the last working day of the month. File your VAT, NHIL Get Fund Levy and CST returns early and avoid payment of penalties for VAT, NHIL Get Fund Levy. The penalty is 500 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 10 cedis for each day the return is not submitted. For CST operators, late filing of returns attracts a pecuniary penalty of 2,000 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 500 Ghana cedis for each day the return is not submitted. Remember to submit the April 2025 returns not later than Friday the 30th of May 2025, which is the last working day of the month, and avoid paying penalties. Kindly get in touch with the GRA by sending an email to info@gra.gov.gh or by WhatsApp on 055-299-0000 or 0200-631-664. Call toll free 0800-900-110. Signed, the Commissioner General.
Kingdom Books, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to www.kingdomstoresonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It's hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. We offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
So the EMY Africa Expo is back. Bigger, bolder, better. This is your official invitation to be part of the second edition of the EMY Africa Expo, happening from the 19th to the 22nd of June at the Accra International Conference Center. After a blockbuster debut with over 10,000 attendees, 100 plus exhibitors and 20 plus industries represented, this year we're turning it up a notch higher. And whether you are an automotive, fashion, tech, real estate, health, finance, agribusiness, travel, lifestyle, or anything in between, this is your platform for visibility, networking, strategic partnerships, and media exposure that matters. Don't miss out. Register now at emyafrica.com or call 0202018870 or 0302738727 for more information. EMY Africa Expo 2025. Show up, stand out, scale up. Now, today is the birthday of my very good friend. His name is Stephen Kofieje, Chief Inspector. Stephen Kofieje. They call him Dangerous. So, Chief Inspector Stephen Kofieje. Happy birthday to you. I know that you're going to do a party, so we'll be waiting for the invitation.
A chief inspector that's dangerous, that's wild.
He arrested dangerous. He likes arresting people with dangerous goods.
Okay.
So that's why they call him dangerous.
We're still here with Mariam Hamidou, head of Chamber, Morrison, Chimesi and Partners and Public Relations Officer, Aula Ghana. And I promised you we're going to be talking about Aula Ghana as well. Gertrude Amako, I'm a senior associate, Uwusu Dapa Law and Associates and member, Aula Ghana. Thank you for your patience and still staying with us. Let's get some solution to this very problem. What are some of the current interventions? I mean, we've mentioned DOVSU and all, but what are the practical interventions currently, and which ones can we add on? Shall I start with Mariam or Gertrude? Who wants to go with this first?
Okay, I think I'll begin, and I'll begin from the perspective of preventive measures. It's about time that we adopted the approach of actually taking critical measures to prevent the occurrence of these incidents. What do I mean by preventive measures? Advocacy, first and foremost. We cannot relent in our efforts to make noise. Let me put it as bluntly as that. To continue to make noise, to continue to shout that it is not okay to abuse women. Violence against women is an offense, it's a crime, and it's highly unacceptable. And let me take this opportunity to thank a media house like Joy FM for giving us this opportunity to be here this morning and to continue with advocacy. Of course, would be relying on your continuous support in this regard. Secondly, and Emefa, you did refer to this earlier on in the conversation, that how do we identify the signs right from the beginning so that we don't wait until fatality occurs before we take steps. We need to be able to, through the advocacy efforts, also enhance the capacity of women to actually spot the signs and to know how they can get some help or some assistance if they should ever undergo any of these violent acts that we are referring to. So I'd want to start by saying that we need to adopt preventive measures in our strive for an end to violence against women and intimate partner violence and all other forms of violence against women.
Okay.
Come back. Yeah.
Okay, to add on to that, we would urge women to look out for controlling behavior in men. If you are in an intimate relationship and you observe any controlling behavior from your partner, that is a huge sign that domestic violence will occur sometime in the future. So women should look out for controlling behavior. This fight is a collective fight. We at Aula will continue to make noise. We expect the media to also highlight these issues as you have been doing. We are encouraging women to come out and report abuse. They should not keep quiet about it. Domestic violence is no longer a private matter. If you are ever abused, don't go to your friend, don't go to your pastor, don't go to your imam. Go to the police station, go to DOVSU. The law has protective measures that will protect you. We are... Okay. You want to say something?
No, I thought Getty wanted to add something.
Yes.
But whilst you're at it as well, you want to also bring in traditional leaders, the community. Because
absolutely.
I mean, the name and shame approach, do you think that it will still work?
Well, I mean, it's a collective fight in that regard. So traditional leaders, religious leaders, we need to continue in the advocacy. As for the naming and shaming approach, it appears law enforcement is doing quite a lot in that regard, and the media is also picking up on that. So in fact, my next point would have been on the law enforcement response or the institutional response to some of these matters that we are highlighting. Institutions like the DOFSU, like we have already said, are doing their very best, but it's important that they are well resourced to be able to carry out their mandate. Now, when you look at, for example, we issued a press release on the 28th of May following the the rape and murder of a 40-year-old nursing mother in the central region. In that press release, we took the opportunity to highlight some of the past incidents. We referred to the gruesome killing of the final year KNUST student, allegedly by her boyfriend, which is currently undergoing prosecution. We also did refer to the 32-year-old Lands Commission officer whose husband, also a lecturer at KNUST, is currently undergoing prosecution for alleged kidnapping of this young lady. Up till date, this woman has still not been found. Nobody knows what has become of the trial. So I'm making these points just to say that the law enforcement response is very, very critical. Now, just like the way other state institutions are well resourced to handle their mandate, it's important that DOFSU, the Ghana Police Service, and what have you. I mean, Auntie Mariam subsequently will talk about one of the initiatives or one of the reforms that we are advocating for. But the point is that the governmental and the institutional response to these offenses or to these very heinous acts is also very, very important. We need to be able to act swiftly in identifying the perpetrators and in putting or taking them through speedy trials so that justice can be served on the victims.
Mariam, it would be a good time to tell us about Aula and what Aula is doing as well, beyond the statement that you issued just 2 days ago.
Okay. Before that, I want to add that we are now advocating for specialized courts for domestic violence, so that to speed up trial. Currently, they all go through the same court system, and that delays the cases. We are also advocating for specialized units within the CID to investigate domestic violence cases and IPV cases. AULA stands for African Women Lawyers Association. It is a non-governmental, non-profit organization made up of women lawyers in Ghana and across Africa, with a common goal to preserve, promote, and protect the rights of women and children in Africa. We have 46. We have presence in 46 countries in Africa and the diaspora. The chapter in Ghana is known as Aula Ghana. So Aula Ghana was established in 1998, and since then we have done tremendous work in advocating for the rights of women in Ghana. Aula launched its first domestic violence campaign in 2001, which culminated in the passage of the Domestic Violence Act in 2007. Our advocacy has resulted in the amendment of Law 111 by protecting women, spouses and children from being evicted from the matrimonial home before the distribution of property of the deceased. We were very instrumental in the passage of the Affirmative Action Gender Equity Act in 2024. We have done a lot of work on sexual reproductive health rights and advocacy on ending child marriages. We've done so much, such that we have even set up a gender advocacy, a gender research library in our office that have put together all the work that we have done over these 20 years. so that those who are interested in research can come and use it.
All right, Gertrude, you want to add something?
Yeah, sure. And while at is, Mariam did mention that Aula Ghana was established as far back as 1998. So this fight has been on for so many years. We just wanted to take the opportunity to mention some of the women lawyers who have dedicated their lives in service to protecting the rights of women and children. So the founder for the Aula Ghana chapter is actually prominent stateswoman and current Council of State member, Mrs. Betty Mould Idrisu. Would like to say a very big thank you to Auntie Betty for her service in that regard. For those of us who have been following this conversation from the 90s, I remember very well sitting as a young child watching television, watching some of these women on television advocating for the protection of the rights of women, and we want to take the opportunity to mention some of them. So the late Madam Edna Kuma, she was a former FIDA Ghana executive director, and she was also Aula, yes, exactly, Aula Ghana's executive director and vice president. Unfortunately, Auntie Edna passed. May her soul continue to rest in peace. We can also make mention of Her Excellency Anna Bosman, who is Ghana's former ambassador to France, Mrs. Sadia Chinrihesi, the Enterprise Group of Companies Director of Legal, Mrs. Doreen Iliasu of Stanbic Bank, Mrs. Yvonne Nkrumah, Deputy CEO of the FDA, Ms. Fitnat Ajite, private legal practitioner, Dr. Judith Sapong, Madam Marietta Brew, who is a former chair. She was actually the former chair of Aula and now presidential advisor. So there are so many so many names that we can mention. Madam Efiba Amihe, our current chair, Madam Christine Latte, Marian Darlington, so many women who have dedicated their lives in service to protecting the rights of children and women.
In wrapping the conversation, I'll have Winston ask
yes,
a
a
question.
quick one, because Marian talked about if you see controlling behavior. I'm just curious, what would constitute controlling behavior for those who may not probably know they are experiencing it? What should they look out for?
When your partner is controlling your finance, who you talk to, where you go, all those constitutes controlling behavior. So the moment you see the signs, you cannot, when you start walking on eggshells around your partner, you should know that you are not safe. Intimate relationships should be the safest environment that partners should find themselves in. That is the place that you can be yourself. So the moment you start feeling insecure, when you are going out, where are you going? Once you have a call, who called you? You can receive calls and laugh with your friends without being questioned. When you receive your salary, you are told what to do with it. All these are controlling behaviors that women should watch out for.
In fact, we can all agree that women know and they can tell when the behavior is becoming controlling.
And even men know. Winston knows very well when the behavior is controlling.
We won't allow you, Winston. We won't allow you this morning.
No. I mean, it's important that we, identify what constitutes it, so that those who are not aware would know. Okay,
right.
So
I agree.
My dearest sisters, you know what to do now. And we're happy that we're having this conversation, but like we all agree, it's an advocacy that must continue, because once you stop, everything else stops. And in the days of the advocacy, we saw a change in our laws here and there, and I remember that a lot. I remember all the conversations about marital rape and everything, and the changing of women and juvenile unit, WAJU, to DOFSU and all of that. So we'll continue with the conversation. We're happy that you made time to join us this morning. We believe in all of these things. So thank you very much, Marian and Gertrude. I'm sure we can meet on the flip side and have a
absolutely.
Thank you
so much.
We are so grateful for this opportunity.
Great. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's a wrap. Thank you, Emefa. Charlie, Winston, what are you? Winston.
Today is a special day. 30 years. This is your anniversary for Joy FM multimedia. Beyond the fact that you are our neighbor at Société Générale Ghana here, the story that we have together is long. Since you have been a social security bank before even Société Générale came here, and then SGSSB after the acquisition of the majority of shares by Société Générale, and then the bank that you know today, which is Société Générale Ghana, Joy FM, you have been always with us, covering the most of our events, of our gatherings. You have been with us all during this year to cover the main activities that we are doing in terms of financing the economy of Ghana. We have been very satisfied by your professionalism, your team spirit, the smooth communication that we have always had together. 30 years is a beautiful age. It's a beautiful age for you because it means that you have built your expertise, you have built your skills, you have built your credibility. You have grown with us and we have grown with you. I hope that this partnership is just at the beginning, which means that we expect and we are looking forward for the next decades that we continue together to strengthen this partnership. On my behalf and on the behalf of all the staff of Société Générale Ghana, we wish you a very, very happy anniversary, and we wish you all the best for your future and for our common future.
Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy,
Betty getting us into a groove on a Thursday morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But this morning we need to have a very, very important conversation. So, you know what? It's a day to the much awaited art exhibition by the brave soldiers battling cancer. Come meet one of them, simply a miracle, triple amputee. He's lost both hands and one leg, and he manages to paint with his feet. Wow. Can you believe that? Well, join us at the Mercedes-Benz showroom tomorrow at 6 p.m. to support our amazing children and support the mission. Many surprises that would blow your mind awaits you. So see you tomorrow. And this morning, we've been joined by Emefa Akosua, Executive Director, Lifeline for Childhood Cancer Ghana. She'll be telling us more about the art auction and exhibition by children with cancer tomorrow. Emefa, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So, I'm just looking at it. I just saw the artwork. I'm looking at this, and I'm so happy that these brave soldiers, as you term them, are doing this. Tell us more about this, art auction and exhibition.
So, we are the foundation partner for the Pediatric Oncology Unit of Police, and we support the fundraising to treat the children.
If you could maybe reposition yourself. We're struggling to hear you.
Oh, okay.
And also reduce the volume on your radio set. I think yes. I think we can hear you.
Is it better now?
I think it's better now. Please go ahead.
Super. Yes. So we are the assistant organization and the fundraising organization for a pediatric oncology treatment center. So we raise funds for the treatment and care of our children with cancer.
Okay.
Art therapy is actually a big deal for us. Our children are able to express their pain, their frustration, their hope through colors, through paint, through strokes. And you'd be surprised how much they do. I can draw 2 lines to save my life. But these kids have such great sense of art, and they make such amazing pictures. And over the years, we've collected so many of them.
Okay.
And we decided to do an art exhibition and an auction. One, to share the mission. Children indeed have cancer. Our outcomes are not great. So it's really an awareness session. But it's also raising funds to support the construction of a 40-bed pediatric oncology treatment center in Kolibu. This is so important to raise the outcomes of our children with Kolibu.
Okay.
We need a space.
Great.
And Lifeline has embarked on this. We started in 2023. So this is one of the many ways to raise funds to complete the structure.
Great. So, first of all, draw the awareness, and most importantly, raise funds to complete the structure. When is the event happening? When is it coming off?
Event is tomorrow at the Mercedes-Benz showroom at 6 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to have our children present, our amazing doctors and nurses, and our partners who have supported us to make this event happen.
Great. Sami has been sharing with me, for instance, a triple amputee. He's lost both hands and one leg, and he manages to paint with his feet. I'd like to meet that person, for instance. Exactly. So what awaits us? Tell us some of the things that await us if we show up tomorrow.
So let me do small concern.
Please do.
At the key, the artist, the one who did the paintathon, she'll be representing real and live art with our triple amputee. We're going to have performances from our children. It's going to be a fun night. It'll be a cocktail and a networking section, and also the option to raise funds as well.
Okay. Now, if we want to reach you, maybe you want to ask a few questions, are there any numbers we can reach you on? And also, for those who may not be able to attend but may still want to support, the efforts at building the pediatric, oncology center, how can they reach out to you?
You can always reach me on 0243 221 222. That's 0243 221 222. And we'll be happy to share with you our mission, tell you more about what we do. You can always find us Lifeline for Childhood Cancer Ghana, all social media platforms, LinkedIn, on our website, and the payment portals as well. But you can always support us. Our Momo number is 0555 75 1377.
Great, Akia. Thank you very much. But anything you want to say finally before we wrap it all up?
Childhood cancer is real. Our children deserve better. We're not getting the support that we need to give children a chance. It's a lot closer to us than we think. But childhood cancer is curable. But we've all got to get on the bandwagon and make noise about childhood cancer and support our children battling this awful disease.
Thank you very, very much, Akia
Sapon,
for making time to join us this morning and for all the wonderful things you do for the children with cancer. We're glad that you made time to join us. That's Akia Sapon, Executive Director, Lifeline for Childhood Cancer, joining us here on the Super Morning Show.
Some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time.
I asked, in your own opinion, what should be an acceptable dollar to CD rate? Many of you have been sharing your thoughts with us. For instance, some of you have been talking about the fact that it should be $1 to 7 cities. That's at Dr. Ginnell. At Nijata says 4 cities seems reasonable. That's roughly where the NDC left it before handing over. And at Jack 69 says things are still expensive. City appreciation is rather taking money from our pockets. This one says cement should be 70 cities as of now. But let's get it, onto the phone lines and speak to Professor Peter Korte, who's the director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, to get his views on this. Prof. Korte, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to your discerning listeners.
Great, Prof. So, the cedi has been appreciating against the dollar and the other currencies. The president has suggested at some point in time we have to take a step back and make sure that it doesn't impact even our exporters and all of that. But there are some too who are making the point, well, let it, appreciate. After all, what we would expect is to have a very strong Ghana city. I've heard, complaints coming from some persons in the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry that, look, this could affect them. It could lead to dumping of foreign goods into the country. What's your view on all of this?
Yeah, when there is a depreciation, there are winners and gainers. And when there is appreciation, there are also winners and gainers. I'm not against the appreciation we are experiencing. I think it's good. But it shouldn't be drastic. We should allow market forces to determine the optimal rate, the rate that would enable exporters to comfortably export, as well as make consumers also benefit from lower prices. Because if you look at even government revenue, it's going to be affected by this appreciation we are seeing, because how much do people pay at the port are often indexed to the dollar. So government revenue is going to decline. But then there are some government expenditures that will not change or might even increase. Let's say wages and salary. Government cannot come to workers and tell them the exchange rate has appreciated, so I'm going to reduce your salary by this margin. Because we don't index our salaries to the dollar. When inflation or depreciation was happening rapidly, workers were taking the brunt. They were basically suffering from the depreciation and then the decline in the value, the inflation having affected their real income or wages. So similarly, if there's appreciation, they have to enjoy from that. But then government is going to suffer because revenue will decline and it has to find money to pay. So we need to strike a delicate balance. We have what we term optimal inflation rate, which every country should determine that. Similarly, we need to also ascertain our optimal exchange rate.
Great, but Prof, talking about the optimal exchange rate. So, in your view, what will be that optimal rate?
I cannot put a figure. I cannot say it will be 10 or, but if it comes to 8, 10, it's fine. So long as it's a gradual process. So long as demand and supply determines that everybody will adjust comfortably. But where there is a rapid appreciation or depreciation, that causes panic. That creates a lot of uncertainty. So let's guard against a massive depreciation or appreciation within a short period. If it is a gradual process, both importers, exporters will gradually adjust and then would all be comfortable.
I look at a 2025 budget and the import duty, for instance, the expected revenue is 26 billion Ghana cedis. And you've made the point this could be impacted because it's benchmarked against the dollar. But there's also the other school of thought that says this could also lead to a boost in domestic production. Or this could also lead to a boost in domestic productivity, actually, because then you're looking at the people having to spend less in getting some of the products into the country. It can enhance their production, enhance their productivity, and by extension, pay more taxes to government, isn't it?
Yes, this is all speculation. We haven't done any estimation to arrive at it because the manufacturer will pay wages. The manufacturer will pay for utilities, fuel, and other things. And you and I know that the price of some of these things are sticky downwards. They don't come down. Electricity. Have we heard electricity prices coming down, utility prices declining since we've been witnessing this appreciation? Wages and salary. Employers will continue to pay the same or even higher wages and salary, and so on and so forth. So it will take some time for us to record this stimulation or boosting production from cheaper imports of equipment, raw materials, etc. But in all of this, my point is it should not be drastic. it should be a gradual process so that producers would adjust their price margin, their profit margin, and all that goes into production and sales.
Now, talking about it shouldn't be drastic, do I get the impression that the current appreciation that we're getting could have been managed better?
The current appreciation, I mean, some are due to speculation. So for me, I'm happy. At least those speculators on the market who are driving the exchange rate in a direction that is not good for the country will then set up. How sustainable is this? I think the rate of appreciation has been very fast, but not surprising as well, because if you look at the other major currencies, the British pound, the euro, and you look at the graph, you see such massive appreciation as well. But speaking about managing it, I think for now, it's good. The level is good. If it's going to go further and also at a drastic rate, then some management of this will be necessary.
At least we've seen that from Wednesday and yesterday, the appreciation hasn't been that much like we saw in the previous week. So you say if that's how it's going to go, at least, traders can adjust and know what to do and what not to do, right?
Exactly my point. I mean, you know the system, you know that demand and supply are play, and it's not due to artificial hoarding or people storing their wealth in the foreign currency in anticipation of price rise, but you really know that market forces are at play, and there's no some heavy intervention from the central bank or any other source to create this massive appreciation. So a rapid appreciation or depreciation is good. We can plan with that. Sorry, a gradual appreciation or depreciation is good because we can plan. Businesses can plan.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Peter Quartey, for joining us. And Professor Peter Quartey is the director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE, of the University of Ghana, joining us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's 5 minutes to 10, which means we can bring the show to an end today. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Super Morning Show. My name is Winston Amoah. I was here with Emefa Akosua Adeti. See you tomorrow, Friday. And you know how we all love Fridays. Have a lovely day. I leave you in the safe hands of DJ.